Start that over.
From the greatest sports town in modern history, New York City. Welcome to the most exhilarating sports talk on YouTube today. The Entertainah, talking sports. So mute your device, dial your phone, and prepare yourself for the pinnacle of sports talk on YouTube. The Entertainah, talking sports. Monday nights, only on YouTube.
Stand up, New York sports fans. We are back. Scott Thomas in the house. JR Smooth is scripted. Eric Donahue, Joe Lutz, Techie 500, the sexy goat. Thank you guys for tuning in. Timothy's in the house. What's going on? Jeremy Nussbaum, what's going on, my man? New York Mets, New York Giants Nation in the house. Just want to say hello to everybody. Hope everybody got a chance to check out the new video. Chris Sonor, MH, what's going on? Omcar, Crazy Mofo, Stand Up. Brandon Rogers, Sperm Cell. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Joseph Kelly is in the house. What's going on? Bavith, love the new intro. Yeah, that's courtesy of Joe Musa. That's courtesy of Joe Musa. Joe Musa hooked me up with that. And, of course, Texas Liberty was the voice. What's going on? Road Dog, Movie Critic in the house. John's in the house. Les is in the house. What's going on, Les? Nelson, long time no see. Stephen Lilly, do me a favor and stand up. Yes, MH. I didn't have time to shave today, so I said I'm going to look like a lunatic. Crazy Dog, what's going on? How you doing, Joe Lutz? Loved your video about the Met. Oh, I appreciate that, Omcar. Yeah, I'm going to have the second half. I'm going to have the second half up. Hopefully by next week. I'm going to do 86 to present day. And I just want to make sure my Skype settings are proper. Just make sure. All right, all right. And we'll open up the phones in like 2 minutes. Stand up. Kid Blue's in the house. Everybody do me a favor and sub up Kid Blue. What is going on, Kid Blue? The Moss looks good tonight at the Cat on Goose's couch. Harper better sign with LA. Harper better sign with LA. Grow that beard, James says. Yeah, this is like from like 3 days of not shaving. Jazzy TV, what's going on? Everybody do me a favor and go over there and sub up Jazzy TV. So I hope everybody's having a good day today. We're going to open up the phones in a minute or two. Not a ton going on in the sports world. I mean, he alluded to the Bryce Harper thing, but nothing really there yet. We're still waiting on that. As far as the local sports, not much to talk about. The Mets had their couple of spring training games. It's spring training. I'm not going to look too much into it. Same with the Yankees. But it's nice to get the gloves back on, get the cleats back on. Entertain. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, but we're getting back into that. AAF's been going. I'm not, it's kind of fugazi. I'm not too much into that. NBA players are heating up. The Knicks, we'll talk about them, I'm sure, with the draft picks, everything with that. And then, obviously, the draft's coming up. Combine is in a week. So we got that to look forward to. So I am going to open up the lines. See, well, I'm going to shave this by tomorrow. I just didn't have time to shave. I didn't have time to shave. Nathaniel, what's going on, my man? And here we go. We're going to open up the lines there. The number is 914-481-3540. 914. As again, anybody that is new to the show, one call at a time. Meet the Mets in the house. What's going on, my man? Hope you got a chance to check out the video. Obviously, you're a big Met fan. All right, we're going to take a call here. We got our first call. What's going on? You're on live.
It's Joe Musa, bro. What's up, man?
Joe, I love Joe Musa. What's going on, my man? And once again, everybody, Joe Musa was the one responsible for that intro. Whoever saw it for the first time. What's going on, Joe?
You gotta give that intro. That's Liberty. That's all Liberty, not me.
Yeah, well, yeah, Liberty's obviously the voice. You edited it. Liberty's phenomenal.
But great history video of the Mets.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I appreciate.
Go
ahead.
I thought I was watching the Bronx Tale. You sound like Cologio. Your new nickname's going to be C. You had to see. You saw Bronx Tale, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, great movie. Great movie. I'm putting him in the
that's definitely going to make the greatest hits. I'm going to add a little Bronx Tale soundtrack in the background.
Yeah. I was going to do 62 to present day, but I'm like, that's going to be like an hour-long video, and it's just way too much work to put in one video. So I figured Do like 2 20, 21-minute videos each. And so I'll have the 87 to present day, even though we don't know championships in that time frame. Still a lot of memorable moments with the Piazza home run, the Subway Series, the 06 run, the 2015 run. So, and the 99 team's actually one of my favorite Met teams with the with that lineup they had there with Olerud and Alfonso, that great infield they had. So there's a lot of good teams in that time frame.
So, as you know, I watch your videos, like one video, every stream you make, like a couple of times because I edit them.
Yeah.
So, when you were doing the AAS stream this weekend, someone asked you Big Ben or Darnold, and you said Big Ben because he's a Hall of Famer. But you also mentioned that Darnold threw more interceptions than touchdowns in his career his rookie year.
I might have been wrong.
Yeah, it was 17 touchdowns and 15 interceptions.
All right. I was a little off.
Don't be a hater like Bad Dog and Rover.
I'm a Darnold guy. I keep saying that. I think Darnold's going to be good. I just can't compare him to Big Ben right now.
So wait, so you also mentioned that you would have been fine if the Giants, you would want the Giants to draft Baker if Cleveland didn't draft him.
Yeah.
So if Baker was available, you would have been pissed if they would have gotten Barkley?
No.
Instead of Baker?
No. Wouldn't have been pissed. If they took Barkley no matter what, I wouldn't have been pissed. But I would have probably had Baker an inch above him. But very close.
All right.
Yeah, I'm a big Baker guy. I've always been a big Baker guy. Like, 6 months leading up into the draft last year, I love Baker. I was actually hoping your Jets got him because I don't hate the Jets, and I thought he would have been a perfect fit there. But I think Darnold's going to work out for you guys.
All right, that's all I have for you, man. By the way, my wife hears your voice more than she hears mine. She thinks I'm fucking obsessed with you.
Joe Musa.
I'm just making videos. Well, relax.
Joe Musa is the best, man. Thank you so much for calling in, Joe. Thank you for doing everything you do. And, of course, I'm going to let you do what you always do when you hang up.
Oh, stand up, New York Jet fans.
There it is. Joe Musa. There you go, my man. Thank you so much for calling. Great first caller.
Later.
I didn't mean to hang up on there. And next caller, you're on live with the Entertainah. Thank you for calling in.
Hello, Chris. It's Nelson.
Nelson. Big Giant fan, big Nick fan. How you doing, buddy? Just want to say hello to a couple people in the chat. We got Aisha in the chat. We got Whitney in the chat. Stan's in the chat. Kimber Kiss is in the chat. Everybody do me a favor, sub Kimber Kiss up. She's a new YouTuber. Ronaldo, what's going on? Thank you to everybody who's tuning into the stream. What is going on, my man?
All right, now, I'm happy for the Nets ending the whole losing streak.
So, what's going on, Sanchez? So you're happy that the Knicks won. You're happy about that?
But
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying you're wrong. I just know a lot of Knicks fans are hoping they lose at this point to get the #1 or have the best opportunity to get as high of a draft pick as possible.
I think we could still get it, but
yeah,
I see the Phoenix Suns losing all the time.
Right. Yeah, no, we'll see. I mean, I guess it was nice not to lose 18 in a row, whatever it is, but yeah. I mean, at this point, the Knicks are just so bad. I can't even watch them right now. They're that bad. There's really not much to watch. The only player to watch is Kevin Knox, and I know Dotson had a really good game. I think he hit 9 threes. He hit 9 threes, right?
Yeah. The other thing about Aaron, going back to baseball, Aaron Hicks. Does he have a long day?
Aaron Hicks?
Yeah.
I didn't get a chance to see it. What happened?
You know, a 7-year deal about over 70. Let me check.
Okay.
He signed a 7-year extension.
Wow.
2025.
Wow. All right. Well, I guess that's big news if you're a Yankee fan. Aaron Hicks. I all day I was doing my Met video today, so I didn't have a lot of time between eating, and I didn't even get a chance to shave. That video took me like 4 hours to make it. But that's why I had to cut it up into 2 videos. So that's why I'm not up to date with today's current events. But, all right, that's interesting stuff, man. Anything else?
Anything else? you know, well, I have not much to say, but I'm going to let you talk to other people in the chat.
All right, Nelson, thank you so much for calling in, buddy.
All right.
Have a good one. Next caller. Nelson always brings the house down. What's going on? You're on live with the Entertainah. Thank you for calling in.
You will never guess who this is.
I will never guess who this is.
This is the Movie Critic.
The Movie Critic. What's going on, my man? Did a great job last night streaming the Oscars. He told me that he was gonna he didn't want to do it. He did it for me, so I appreciate that.
Yes, and it was a smart move, but it made me exhausted from that night.
Yeah. But what's going on, man?
Yeah, man, just excited that NFL draft is coming up.
Yeah, we away. Well, we got the combine in a week, so we're gonna get into the draft process in a week.
Yes. So, do you think you will make another mock draft video, like an updated one?
Doing 4
after the combine.
Yeah, I'm doing 4. I did 1 pre-combine. I'm doing 1 post-combine, 1 post-free agency, and 1 right before the draft.
Yeah. What do you call it? I saw by the way, your Met video. I was still watching it because I didn't get to finish it because you went live. But it's amazing, man. I
appreciate that.
That must have took a long time to do.
Yeah, it took me. Well, I did a little research last night, so I had probably half the research done before because I knew a lot of it. But obviously the in-depth details, you don't know everything. So I got probably half the research done last night. Finished the rest up this morning, and then the filming and the editing. A video like that takes a long time because you got to get all the pictures and all that. So you gotta edit out other videos to make it fit in your video. So it probably took me about 4 hours total. 4 hours.
You see everybody's talking about the Lady Gaga thing. Oh my god. Yeah, that was crazy. I commented. I liked it. I saw some of it. Like most of it was really good. I didn't even know that's where the orange and blue came from. I was curious about that.
Yeah, the orange comes from the Giants. The blue comes from the Brooklyn Dodgers.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually knew that. I knew that. That's not something I need to research. I knew that. But you're not a Met fan. But there was a few things I found out. I actually didn't know about Tom Seaver. That was interesting to me. How I didn't know the Braves initially drafted Seaver in '66. I didn't know that. And then
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and then the Mets obviously got him in '67 because there was some kind of ruling they said where he hadn't completed college, so they had to put him back in the draft process, and every team had a shot at him, and the Mets got lucky. They won the lottery to get him. So that was an interesting fact because if they don't get Seaver, the Mets might not have any World Series. So that was an interesting fact.
Yeah. I saw that the Knicks won, and some caller came in, and he was talking about that, like, I don't think that was a great thing. I mean, not that it matters. As long as you're in the top 3, it's okay. But it's not a great thing that the Knicks won.
Yeah. No, I never root for my team to lose, but I'm certainly not, like, pulling for them to win. I'm not, like, at this point, like, let's try to get as good of a draft pick as we possibly can. I was just thinking one thing I left out of that video by accident. I meant to put it in was when they traded Seaver. That was it. I had it in my notes, and I forgot to put it in the video. So that was obviously a huge part of the Mets when they traded Seaver. I think it was in '77.
Oh, yeah.
And that was a huge disaster. So I forgot to put that in the video. But that is what it is. I overlooked that part. But
yeah, what did you think of that, though, that they traded him?
Well, I mean, they traded him because supposedly they couldn't work out a contract deal. And it was a new GM, I think, and he made like a rash decision. It happened overnight. It was completely unexpected, and it set the franchise back. And then obviously they brought in cash, and he righted the ship for the '86 team. But it was not a good move, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But anything else, my man?
Yeah, just want to say that good luck with everything. Your videos are amazing as always. And the stream was hilarious last night, and I just want to say, let's hope Sexy Goat finally calls in.
There you go, my man. And everybody do me a favor. Go back in that chat, sub this guy up. He's working hard on his channel, The Movie Critic. He's going to get a lot more content up there. Thank you for calling in, buddy.
Yes. All right, man. Take care, bro.
All right, bro.
Bye.
All right. Waiting on the next call here. Spurs in Brooklyn right now. Sexy Goat. Hey, Entertainah, I saw a mock draft. Let me just read this real. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna get to you in a second. I just want to read this comment. I think he wrote it earlier. Mike Nixon said, "Hey, Entertainah, I saw mock draft had us Ed Oliver. I think I'm more and more happy to pass on a quarter." I don't want. I like Ed Oliver, but he's a little. I know I had him going fifth in my mock, but the more research I've done, I'm not gonna have him go on that high in my next mock. I think he's a project. I do. But I still like him a lot. High upside. What's going on? You're on live with the Entertainah. Thank you for calling in.
Yo, Chris, it's Brandon.
Brandon Rogers, you play basketball today?
No, we didn't have practice.
No practice today. All right. What's going on, my man?
Yo, not much, man. I mean, just figured I'd tune in before, because I got baseball training soon, so I just figured I'd tune in before I go.
Wow, man, this guy, man, he plays every sport in the book. What do you play in baseball?
Huh? Oh, I play first base, and then I pitch, and then I play left field, so I can pretty much, yeah.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. I appreciate you tuning in, buddy. What do you want to talk about?
Well, I mean, we can talk about baseball again. I mean, so I heard that my Dodgers are back in on the Bryce Harper sweepstakes, but we're going for a shorter deal this time. We're not going to offer him that high-level money like Machado.
Yeah, that's what I heard, and I'm hoping that you guys get him. I really am, because I want him nowhere near my division. So I'd be thrilled if the Dodgers get him. Send him out west. He's a great player. I think he's a little overrated, to be completely honest, but he's a great player. And, yeah, I mean, if you're a Dodgers fan and you get him, you got to be excited.
Yeah, I'd look at, like, a 3 or 4 year deal. I wouldn't, like, go full on, like, 10 or 8 to 10 years. But, you know, give him probably, like, give him 100 maybe, or, like, just give him something that will, like, you know, do him over. Plus, he'll come to a winning franchise with, you know, we're in for the World Series again this year, and we have for the past 2 years. So, you know, we'll get back to it this year if we can add him for sure.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I mean, it'd be a great pickup for you guys getting Bryce Harper. But I don't think you're gonna get him. I don't think you're gonna get him for 4 years. I don't. I think he's gonna get something similar to what Machado got.
Well, yeah, that's true, but you know, it all depends on if he wants to win or if he wants the money, like Machado. Machado just went for the money. I could see Bryce Harper going for winning more because he didn't have that success over in Washington. I mean, they made it to the playoffs, but they never could get over the hump with all that talent. I mean, they had Scherzer, Strasburg, they had Harper, they had Murphy. You know, they just had a lot of talent, and they didn't use it well enough to.
Yeah, well, the biggest problem I had with the Nationals that 1 year, I forget what year it was. I know it was the year that Strasburg was coming off an injury, he had a pitch count, and they had a chance to compete to win a World Series, and they sat him for the playoffs. And that was they might have won the World Series that year. They were the best team that year in the National League, I thought.
Was that the year the Cubs went, or was that the year before?
It was definitely before. It was definitely before the Mets won in 15. I know that.
Okay.
Yeah, it might have been.
Well, I think Strasburg was injured in 2016, wasn't he? Yeah, I think he might have been.
Yeah, no, this is a year where Strasburg was coming off an injury, so it was probably like, there we go. He wrote 2012. Okay, I was thinking more 13 or 14. 2012. Yeah, but that year they had a real opportunity to win a World Series, and they decided not to start Strasburg in the playoffs because of his pitch count. And that year he was like unhittable. So,
dang.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you know, the Nationals, they've had problems with that. I mean, they lost to the Dodgers in the NLDS. They lost to the Giants. They lost to a lot of teams when they had the pieces, and they just didn't do anything. And then last year that was unexpected because they were supposed to, they were one of the favorites because, you know, they had Murphy. You know, they had that deep rotation, but, you know, they still do have the deep rotation this year with Corbin. I mean, they overpaid for him, though. I was not expecting him to get that much.
Oh, God, that was a horrible contract. I'm not a fan of the Nationals this year. I'm really not. I think the Mets.
I'd rather take James Paxton than Corbin.
Yeah, I think that's a much better pick by the Yankees. I think the Mets are going to compete in that division this year. I really do. I don't think there's any.
I mean, I'll tell you what. If the Braves and the Phillies start out slow, the Mets could be in it. I'm telling you, man. They got a lot of pieces over there. I mean, you got Syndergaard, you got DeGrom. If DeGrom has another year like he did, and he'll actually get some run support from the offense, they'll be up there for sure.
Yeah, well, DeGrom can't
and
get
you know,
any less.
They got that deep bullpen.
Well, the bullpen's going to be a strength this year. Yeah, I mean, with those two guys at the back end, and I think that Lugo could be very good in the bullpen, Gazelman. So they have some nice arms in the bullpen. I'm looking forward to this baseball season. I really am. I'm pumped up. I cannot wait.
I mean, you got one of the best closers in baseball, I think, in Edwin Diaz, and who knows, maybe if you go out and get Kimbrel. I mean, I don't think he's going to lower his asking price, though, but...
Yeah.
You know,
if I'm the Mets, if the Mets go out and spend at this point, I'd rather them get a starting pitcher. I'd rather them get, like, a Gio Gonzalez. Someone like that.
Yeah, I mean, he's still quality. Gio Gonzalez, yeah, for sure, he's still quality.
Yeah,
I mean, that's another piece the Nationals had. Gio Gonzalez, too.
Yep. Yeah, they lost a lot, the Nationals.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna let you go because I'm sure other people want to call in. But I just want to say good luck with your baseball practice. Thank you for calling in.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, my man. All right, we're going to take the next call here. And I think they hung up just as I was about to answer him. There's the next caller. You're on live. Thank you for calling in. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Goodbye. Joe, last night I just was not feeling good, and neither was Bad Dog. That's why we didn't stream last night. What's going on?
My name's Eric.
Eric. Eric.
Yeah.
What's your name in the chat? Eric, what?
I'm Eric Hardet, I believe.
Okay. No, I'm just curious. I always like to know who I'm talking to. What's going on?
I'm just about Kyle Murray. I really think that Kyle Murray might get I really want Kyle Murray to go to the Giants. I really do.
Well, a lot of Giants fans do. Bad Dog's one of them. There's a lot of Giants fans that really want Kyle Murray, and I get it. And it's not even anything to do with what I think. I just don't think the Giants want him. I don't think. I mean, they've come out and basically said they're not taking him. They said they don't want to take. They think he's too short. So I mean, maybe it'll change, but I don't think so. I don't
or Huskins. How about the game Huskins?
Haskins makes more sense. He fits them better. He fits what they're looking for. It's going to depend on how he does at the combine, and it's going to depend if he's there. If he has a really good combine, the Giants are more than likely going to have to trade up to acquire Haskins because the Jaguars are probably going to be willing to jump the Giants. So if the Giants are willing to trade up, which I don't want them to do, I think the Giants have too many holes. I don't think it's worth trading up in this draft.
But it's a couple questions. It's a couple questions I want to ask you.
Yeah.
What do you think? I heard rumors Odell Beckham Jr. is on the trading block. I'm hearing rumors about Landon Collins. I don't know if he heard he's cleaning out his locker room. He might be gone. I don't know what's the latest on that situation. Landon Collins. What do you think? What do you think is going to happen?
I'm just loving it what somebody said in the chat. What do I think about the Landon Collins situation? How he left his locker? Is that what you're referring to? Hello?
I'm here.
Yeah, is that what you're referring to? The locker, how he was reportedly left the locker. Josina Anderson report. You talking about that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He cleaned out his locker. I think is he gonna be a free agent?
Yeah. I mean, my guess with that whole situation is probably the Giants went to him. They said we're gonna. This is just my guess. I have no facts with this, but probably the Giants went to him and said we're gonna franchise you, and he said I'm not gonna do that, and he emptied out his locker. And now they're gonna play hardball, and he wants a long-term contract, and I don't think the Giants are gonna give it to him. So my guess is the Giants are still gonna franchise him, and we'll see if he comes to play. I think that's what's gonna happen.
How about Odell Beckham? I heard trade rumors about that situation. Will he be Giants this offseason? Will he be on the Giants uniform this year?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be. Let's put. I would guess yes. I wouldn't be shocked if they trade him if the right deal presented itself, but I don't think the right deal is gonna present itself. The only way I'm trading Beckham is if I'm getting a top 2 or 3 pick in this year's draft, and it's not gonna happen. So, in my opinion, if that happened, I might trade him. Because he makes $20 million a year. You could get a superstar for $8 million a year on average for 5 years, have $12 million freed up in the cap, and spend it elsewhere. So if that deal presented itself, I'd trade him probably, but the deal's not going to present itself. I don't think so.
But look at this. I think it's an offensive lineman the Giants should grab too. I like the boy Williams.
Yeah, you talking about Darrell Williams of the Panthers?
Yeah. Williams in the draft.
Oh, Jonah Williams.
Alabama?
Jonah Williams.
Yeah.
Yes, very good player.
Or Ford or Taylor.
Yeah, like Cody Ford too. I mean, definitely not Cody Ford with the 6th overall pick, but if they traded down, he's in play. Jonah Williams probably a little reach at 6, but it's possible they could take him there at 6. certainly a need the Giants have, and Gettleman loves his hog molly, so I wouldn't rule it out.
Okay.
All right. Anything else, my man?
That's good. Is this your phone number?
This is my Skype phone number, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, man.
All right, my man. Thank you for calling. All right, buddy. Thank you for calling in. I'm not growing it out. I just had an opportunity to shave today. What's going on? You're on live with the Entertainah. Thank you for calling in.
Hey man, it's James calling in. I have a question, but it's not really about sports. It's to you and all the chat. Do you think kids should be able to bring their phones to school? Instead of doing for my class, and I just wanted to get a bigger opinion from the 56 people.
I can't get you. I can't hear you.
Oh, I said, do you think kids should be able to bring their phones to school? I just wanted to get an opinion from...
Do I think kids should be able to bring their phones to school?
Yes. So I want to get people's opinions. Burnstone says yes. Caesar says yes.
I don't know. I mean, when I went to school, kids didn't have phones. I mean, maybe when I was like 11th or 12th grade. The one thing I will say is I would think kids could cheat on their phones nowadays on tests.
It's true.
I
just wanted an opinion from lots of people. James Room says no. Chris York says no. James says yes. Yeah, there's a lot of mixed answers. Last Jedi says I don't know.
All right. Well, that's an interesting question of the day. That's an interesting question of the day. Yeah, I'm gonna go no. I think it's a distraction. I think it allows kids to cheat on tests. So okay. I would say no, at least until 11th or 12th grade.
Yeah. Okay. There's a lot of mixed answers and guns. Okay, phones back.
All right, my man. Thank you so much for the great question.
I just wanted to know because I'm doing this in the class, and I just wanted to get more people's opinion about it.
All right, my man. Thank you for calling in, buddy.
Have a good day.
All right. All right. So there was our first cell phone question we've ever gotten on the show. All right, that was interesting. What's going on? You're on live with the Entertainah. Thank you for calling in.
Yo, this is Christian Baseball Chat. What is good?
Christian Baseball Chat. But before you talk, Cushman rather, I just want to say hello to Steven Pazienza. He says, just got home. Great stream while I was driving. What's going on? What's popping? What's going on, Stealth Raven, by the way? Who else we got in here? Sexy Goat. How are you, Noah Kale? Thank you for tuning in, by the way. Yes, I was filming all day, Stealth Raven. What's going on? You're on live. I didn't have a chance to shave. What's up?
Nothing much. First off, I just wanted to say your history of the Mets. You know I'm a Yankee fan, but it was dope. It was very well done. I got to give you credit.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Also, I just wanted to say there's zero chance that Harper's going to the Dodgers, and I'll tell you why. Scott Boras always does this. The same thing happened last year with J.D. Martinez, where literally I remember this last year, and I checked the exact date from when this came out, from when the report came out to then when he signed. It was 9 days from J.D. Martinez is frustrated with the Red Sox offers and prefers to sign elsewhere to then 9 days later he signs with the Red Sox. Scott Boras does this with all his clients. What I believe happens is that we heard the reports the Phillies were really close on the deal, so then it was, all right, every other team, what's your final offers? And then with the idea of trying to drive the Phillies price up.
Yeah, it's very possible that is what they were trying to do. I just want to say hello to UCF Jaguar. He came in with a cool joke. He said, now that's Masturbate 8 material. No, UCF, you're Masturbate 8 material. I'm looking forward to seeing how it goes. I saw Marjorie Simmons pop in the chat, by the way. I wanted to say hello to her. But I still think he's going to the Phillies. I really do.
Yeah, I put 90. I put a lot of money on it, honestly.
I think the Dodgers are in play. I don't think it's impossible, but
I don't think it's impossible, but I don't think it. Like, honestly, I'd still have the Giants ahead of the Dodgers when it comes to rankings. I'd have Phillies 90% chance, the Giants 7, and then Dodgers 3. Honestly, I do not see it at all.
So you say heavy favorite for the Phillies. That's what, well, you never know. I just want to say hello to Bobby Woodruff. Otherwise, he's going to think I hate him. He always says that. Bobby Woodruff, what's going on? Scott Thomas, what's going on? Chris drinking breast milk, you nasty ass. Breast milk. What the hell are you talking about? I'm drinking water. But yeah. Anything else you want to talk about, Coachman?
Yeah. One thing I will say, and I know it's kind of unpopular with the Nats. They're kind of the team. I wouldn't say everyone's sleeping on, but people are like, oh, the Nats aren't. I feel like people are sleeping on them, and I think. Because when you look at it, yeah, they're probably going to lose Harper. When you add Corbin and Anibal Sanchez and you re-sign Jeremy Hellickson, you have a really good starting five, and it might be the best in baseball. Their bullpen is really solid, and then they have Victor Robles coming up in the minors, and he's going to be really good for that lineup. Juan Soto's only going to get better, and I have to wait to see what exactly happens with the rest of the free agents, because besides Harper, there's still a ton of free agents. But depending, I might take the Nats in the division. Honestly, I know some people aren't going to like that because they're going to say like, "Oh, I don't know baseball," but I really like the Nats. Honestly,
I wouldn't be shocked. Like I said, I think all 4 teams could win that division. I'm not going to be shocked if any of them win. The Marlins would be the only team that shocks me.
I would be utterly shocked if the Marlins won the division. Like, yeah, that is the least likely thing of all time.
Yeah, they're the worst team in baseball, probably. But
maybe.
Cushman, I'm going to let you go because I'm sure other people want to call in, but I just want to say thank you for calling in, buddy.
All right. No problem. See ya.
All right, my man. Who's talking about the dick milk? All right. Next caller. What do we got? What's going on? You're on live.
What's up, Chris?
What's going on? Who's this?
The other Sam.
This is the other Sam. We talked last week. The other Sam. What's going on, the other Sam?
All right, so I saw an article today saying Landon Collins went on a trip to, I forgot where it was, but he's on vacation right now. So what some sources are speculating is that when he said the stuff I left in my locker I don't need, he said, which they're implying meant he doesn't need for his vacation.
Okay. So you're basically saying it's a non-issue, is what you're saying?
Yeah, that's what the newest articles are.
That's interesting. I mean, like I said, thank you so much, Movie Critic, for the super chat. He says, Cushman, look at me and check out Chris's new vid. I appreciate that, the Movie Critic. Thank you for the super chat. Yeah, I think that I think he's going to be franchised. It's just a matter of if he's going to be willing to play for that, because they've kind of been at wit's end now for going back to last year. I remember Collins coming out and talking about not wanting to be franchised. So it's he might hold out, but I think in the end he'll play. But I think it's going to be an issue going into the season for sure.
And with the Panthers, I know it's Captain Munderland, and who's the other guy? It was another safety from the Panthers that just got cut today. Do you think Dave Gettleman will try to pursue him?
To be honest with you, I got to take a look at it. I haven't taken a look at it yet. I got to take a look at it. But, I mean, safety is definitely going to be an area of concern that I think they're going to try to address either in the draft or free agency. So free safety is a must. They have got to upgrade that position. Curtis Riley sucks. So if it's a guy they think they could bring in for a cost-effective deal and he's talented, it's a guy they're going to look at.
How do you feel about someone like Trey Boston or HaHa Clinton Dix?
Trey Boston's an interesting one because I know he has some ties to Gettleman. So Trey Boston's got some upside, and I think Gettleman's going to take a strong look at him. I was talking to Rover Sports, and he was telling me that he has a strong connection to Gettleman. I don't remember the exact story, but they know each other very well, and Trey Boston, I think, is a guy the Giants are going to look at.
And you don't think HaHa Clinton Dix has a chance of coming to New York?
I guess there's a chance. He's got upside. He's been somewhat disappointing, but he's got upside. Depends on what the contract's going to be. It's possible. It's definitely possible. It also depends on what their plan is in free agency. Where are they going to spend the bulk of their money? Because you can only spend it in so many places.
I think in this free agency we go after Darrell Williams. We're going to try to pursue him hard. And one thing I haven't seen a lot of people talking about Ronald Darby from the Eagles. He's only 25.
Ronald Darby's going to cost $13 million a year. He's going to be the highest paid corner in this year's free agency class, according to SportTrack.com.
Even after coming off of a huge injury like that?
That's what they're projecting. That might not be accurate, but they're projecting Darby to be the highest. And it's a weak corner class. That might be why he might be making more than he normally would in a regular free agent class, because he's the top of the market. But yes, they're projecting him to be the highest paid corner in this year's class.
And last question. Let's say we don't go safety in free agency. How do you feel about Nasir Adderley from Delaware?
I like him a lot. Guy that I would definitely hope that the Giants could possibly get in round 2. Good chance he won't be there. He's probably going to be a late first-round pick. A guy they could potentially trade up for at the end of this first round. I like him a lot.
I think it's going to be him or the safety from Alabama that I think one of them is going to slide to late first or maybe early second, that we're going to do what we did with Collins and trade back up.
I could see that. I could see them definitely trading up for a safety at the end of the first, or even a quarterback. If they don't take one with the 6th overall pick, possibly trade up for Daniel Jones if he's there at the end of the first, because I think the Giants are going to like Daniel Jones, but not enough to take it 6th overall.
I just think Daniel Jones is getting too much hype. I think any other year he'd be a late 2nd, early 3rd round quarterback. It's just that this year, since there's not too many quarterbacks in this year's draft, I think you'd be giving up way too much taking him in the first.
A lot of people think that I like him. From what I don't love him, but as a 2nd round pick, I'd be happy if the Giants took him if they didn't take a quarterback in the first. But
I think it's Haskins or nothing this year.
Yeah, well, yeah. The only reason why you're not making that big of a commitment if you take a quarterback in the 2nd round, because it's going to cost you like $1 million probably the first year or whatever it is. Not a lot. Actually, he's going to make the same Will Hernandez does. Will Hernandez made a little over $1 million this year. He makes a little over $1 million this year. He's probably going to top out at about $3 million after 5 years.
I forgot what team it was.
It's not the way it used to be. It's not the way it used to be when quarterbacks, when you took them in the early 2nd round, you'd have to pay them a pretty big contract. Now with the chart, if they like Daniel Jones, take him in the 2nd round. But he's probably not going to be there in the 2nd round. I think he'll go in the 1st round.
I forgot what team it was, but so you're saying like a Geno Smith kind of thing where he was drafted in the 2nd round and it wasn't that big of a deal.
Yeah, it's not that big of a commitment. If you like him, only if you like him, of course. You don't just take him to take him. You know?
And I think in the 1st round, the only 3 players we consider at 6, if they were all there, is Haskins, maybe Kyler Murray, since they said he bulked up to 206 before the combine, and Devin White or Cleveland Ferrell.
Yeah, those are probably. I don't think Murray's going to go 6, but we'll see. But definitely the other 3, I think one of those 3 will probably be a Giant, based as of today. One of those 3 will probably be a Giant.
All right, I'm gonna let you go. I know your hotline is busy.
All right, my man. Thank you for calling in.
All right.
I think so too. UCF Jaguar. I think Rover would be a great pick in the 2nd round. He studies film very well. He's very active in the film room. So I think that'd be good for the Giants. What's going on? You're on Live with the Entertainah. Thank you for calling in.
Hey, Chris. How you doing?
Bobby Woodruff, the most adorable voice on the East Coast. What's going on, Bobby? How you doing?
On the East Coast. I think Chris Sinor has the one on the West Coast. Isn't he on the West Coast?
Chris Sinor's on the West Coast, yes. Pacific time.
Yeah.
Just want to say hello to Jack Pollock. Just came into the chat.
Sure, no problem.
So, Bobby, how you doing, buddy?
Good. Your Mets tied up today. I guess they didn't have enough pitchers.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to see the game, but I heard that it was a tie.
Yeah, Yankees won 3-0.
Yeah, Yankees. I mean, it's preseason. It's preseason.
Tulowitzki hit a home run today, though.
Tulowitzki's going to be a good player for the Yankees.
I like him. Yeah. That was a great pickup.
Yeah. Tulowitzki's a good pickup for the Yankees.
And then they picked up another guy from the, Colorado Rockies.
Well, they got Tulowitzki from the Rockies.
And the other guy, too. No, Toronto. All right, What's the other guy?
No, not Tulowitzki, rather. I'm thinking DJ LeMahieu.
That's who I'm thinking of. Yeah, that's the guy.
DJ LeMahieu from the Rockies.
Yeah, Terrell's we got from Toronto Blue Jays. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that pickup too.
Right.
Hey, you know the blue and orange colors for the Mets?
Well, yeah, I just did a video on it. I said it in the video. The orange is the Giants, the blue is the Dodgers.
Do you ever watch King of Queens when Doug went shopping with Carrie, and she put on a dress, and she wore blue and orange, and she says, "Oh, do you like this color?" And she said, "Yeah." He says, "Oh, that's the Mets colors." Do you ever see that one?
No, never saw that one. And UCF Jaguar,
that was a good one.
UCF, I'm never going to tell UCF to leave. So you're going to be here in the stream after I go off live. You're going to be here literally until I go live again. And then I might feel bad for you and tell you to leave, but I'm not going to tell you to leave. But
hey, your beard's growing pretty good, like Mr. Bad Dog. You trying to look like him?
Bobby likes my beard. I'm not growing it out. I just didn't have a chance to shave today. I was in a rush to go live. But Bobby likes my beard. Are you're attracted to my beard, Bobby?
Well, you look him a little like Mr. Bad Dog.
Let's take a look. You like that beard, Bobby?
It's all right. I don't like my beard because I got gray hair growing in when they grow it.
Yeah, I got gray hair too. You just can't see it. It's on the chin.
Well, I got tons of gray hair. I started when I was 16.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, wow. Wow, Bobby. When you were 16.
I color my hair. That's why.
Oh, okay.
Because I went to church one time and this lady, next to like 20 people, and she says, "Bob, you know you got gray hair?" And I said, "Sydney, yeah, you know you got a big mouth." It's embarrassing when you don't want people to know you have gray hair at 16. You know, you try to hide that stuff.
Yeah. Did you dye your hair?
Yes, I dyed my hair since then. Yes.
Oh, you dye your hair right now?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, that's what
I'm 50 now.
You're 50.
I'm 50. I told you I'm 50.
I know
you're a young pup.
I'm a young pup.
You're only 35, right?
I'm 33.
Oh, you're still younger than
Oh, yeah.
Well, Mr. Bad Dog is like 49.
I'd be younger than you at 35 too. You said I'm still younger than you.
Right, I know.
Than you at 35 too.
Hey, when am I going to be on your show? You going to put me on your show soon?
Bobby, I will have you in. I got a few people lined up, but maybe in a couple.
Yeah, whenever you want me, come on.
Maybe in a couple.
I'll show my ugly mug.
No, you're ugly. You're adorable. I always say that. You're adorable, Bobby.
But you're a great guy too.
Yes, yeah, I appreciate that. Bobby.
You know who I hope comes in the chat tonight too?
Well, I know Whitney was here.
Oh, she was? She left?
I don't know if she left, but Whitney was here. Your girlfriend was here.
And your girlfriend's in the chat too, right?
Oh, God.
What's her name?
All right, Bobby.
What's her name?
Well, I got a few.
So when are you going to go with the guy, Mr. Meadow? When are you going together?
Philly 500's in the chat, by the way. When everybody go sub him up, what's going on?
I like him. Isn't he funny?
Oh, Philly 500's the best. He's the best.
He looks like Doug from the Kings of Queens, doesn't he?
Little bit, Bobby. Little bit.
He reminds me of him all the time. So when are you Mr. Meadow, going together on a game?
Wednesday. We're gonna do the Giants show together. We always do every Wednesday.
Oh, what time is that again? 8:45.
9:45. 9:45. No,
because you work, right? You work at nighttime.
Yes.
Okay, so I let some other people talk.
All right, Bobby. Great call as always. Thank you for calling in.
Okay, we'll talk to you soon.
All right, my man.
Bye now.
Philly 500 in the chat. Everybody do me a favor. Sub up UCF Jaguar. Sub up Philly 500. Sub up all these great YouTubers. Entertainah Oregon Sports continue to be forced to be off hard. I heard that the Giants are in the final three. What's going on? You're on live with the Entertainah. Thank you for calling in.
What's going on? It's Nations.
Nations! What's going on? One of my favorite callers. What's going on, buddy?
Nothing much. So I had like a series suggestion. After seeing your documentary, I'm gonna make a YouTube channel, and I'm gonna do it on my channel, but you could do it on yours as well.
Okay.
And it's basically your idea, but like kind of it's mixed with your idea. So I came up with the name of it. Like I said, you could do it on your channel too, because you pretty much started it. And I was gonna call it NFL Stars. And you know how you were doing like the histories of I don't know, what was it called, the Mets? The Mets, I think it was.
Yeah, New York Mets.
Right?
New York Mets.
I was thinking that maybe you should make a series called NFL Stars, and you do it on or MLB Stars, and you do it on players.
I'm just getting started with this. If people like it, I'm gonna do it for every team. I'm going to do it for the Giants. I'm going to do it for the Mets. I'm going to do it for the Knicks. I'm going to do it for the Jets. I'll do it for teams I don't even root for, just New York teams. And then if people continue to like it, I'll continue to do it. I'll do, and it's gonna be like chapters, because I'm not gonna be able to do the full Yankee history in one video. I mean, they've been around for 100 years, so more than 100 years. So I'm gonna do like chapters, like the Yankees 1900 to 1930, and and break it up like that. But I'm gonna do that for the Giants. I'm gonna do that for every team.
Yeah, and if you get the chance, I think you should do it on players, because since you covered teams, I feel like you should do it on like their best player. So let's say for like the history of like Beckham, or like you could call it like I don't know, I'm just thinking like multi-personality or whatever, because you know how Beckham is, he has a bunch of personalities. So you could do something like that, I think, when and like for like DeAndre Hopkins, and for the Texans, you can name it like DeAndre Hopkins. Wait, what's the other guy? Deshaun Watson and DeAndre Hopkins. You can name it like the dynamic duo or something like that. It was just a suggestion, but yeah, I think you should keep going with that, because that was actually really good.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I wanted to do something like that. I think it came out good, so I'm going to continue to do stuff like that. I'm definitely going to continue to do stuff, just to mix it up.
Yeah. That's all I had to say. It was just like a little quick suggestion.
I appreciate that, Nations. Thank you very much, and I hope you do well with your... By the way, I was talking to Philly 500 last night on the Movie Critics channel, and I don't know when we're going to do it, hopefully soon. We're talking about doing a second channel together, potentially, where because it's completely off, it's not sports related, where we critique movie trailers that are coming out. So we like watch the trailers together, and it's going to be like funny. So we're talking about doing that.
Yeah, you guys should definitely do that. That's the perfect trio.
Yeah, so we're talking about that.
That would be perfect.
All right, my man. Thank you so much for calling in, Nations.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
All right, buddy. And waiting for the next caller to call in. Thank you guys for being a part of the stream. Bobby Woodruff is the best. Philly 500. 914-481-3540. What's going on? You're on live with the Entertainah. Thank you for calling in.
Entertainah, what's up? This is Whitney Carla.
Whitney, oh my God, I just got off the phone with Bobby Woodruff. He was looking for you.
Yeah, I was listening to the live the whole time. I was laughing. Shout out to Bobby.
What's going on?
And Rogue is another one. That be hit me up on the chat. But I don't know if you remember our conversation that we had last week. And I came across a couple videos. I don't know if you watched Undisputed with Shannon Sharp and can't think of the other guy's name.
Oh, you're talking about Shannon Sharp and I know the show you're talking about.
Yeah. And I guess they had like guests come on the show, and this particular guy, Michael Rappaport, he's a huge New York Giants fan.
Yeah, I know who he is.
And they were talking about the OBJ and Patriots, talk and rumors about trade and this and that and third. And how he put it was it made so much sense, because he was like, okay, let's say OBJ is like a Ferrari, right?
Right.
And a Ferrari has a lot of horsepower, and, once it goes, it goes. But you can't drive a Ferrari on New York City streets. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not going to get its fullest potential, And I look at that like the team. The team, like you said, had a lot of dead spots, and some things that we need to work on as a whole. But, we so quick to talk about Landon and OBJ and, other players that require so much and do so little on the field. We don't want to burn out these men's youth. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be tired of playing for a suckery team too. Why put my heart on the field when the organization is not trying to build around all of the youth? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's not just one person, but you got to understand we got a lot of good weapons on our team, and if we don't get the proper equipment to make those weapons function correctly, they all gonna want to leave. Don't nobody want to play for no losing team, you know. And I would hate to see we lose our great players and then they blossom elsewhere when they could have done that in New York, you know. So that's what I wanted to say to you about that. I don't know if you have a response to that, but you know, we got to do something that's going to benefit everybody, you know, not just particular players. And you know, most importantly, we have to do something with that quarterback position. You know, that's just my intake on it.
Oh, I like the call. Good input there. Before I respond, I just want to say hello to Nick Howard. He said he said hello to me when he came in. Texas Liberty's in the house. Doug Mankiewicz is in the house. The horrible Met. Yeah, no, when it comes to OBJ, I mean, I think a lot of people pick on him because of his, I mean, part of it's he does to himself. I mean, he does go out of his way to talk to the media. I was not a fan of signing, but now that he is here, I think he is a piece that the Giants need to obviously build around. I don't think they're going to be able to trade him for what he's worth. I don't think a team's going to give up what the Giants are going to want. So I think he's going to be a Giant. And I agree with you. I think that they need to fill in the holes that they've had for 7 years. They haven't had an offensive line. They haven't had a pass rush. And without that, they're not going to win. You could have Peyton Manning back there in his prime. You're not going to win without those pieces. You need a football team. And they are weak at the most important positions on a football team in the trenches. So that needs to be fixed.
Yeah, yeah, it's a lot of stuff that needs to be done. But ultimately, you know, we have to get something. We have to get somebody that can help out with Eli, you know, considering it's his last year. And I would love to see him go out with his, you know, with a championship ring. You know, that would be the greatest thing of all. But we have to put the work behind it to get to that point. I'm not counting us out, you know. Just 2 years ago, we was potential Super Bowl, you know, contenders. Now we're on the opposite side, so everything can shift back around and be good on our side. We just have to do our part, and hopefully we got the right man in the seat to make those calls. So
yeah, I trust Gettleman. I think he's going to do a good job. He did a good job last year in the draft. I think he's going to build the team where it needs to be built, which is on, like I said, on both sides of the line. I also want to let you know, Bobby has now said it like 3 times while you were on the phone. He thinks your voice is absolutely adorable. So I just want to let you know in case you didn't see it. And I just want to say, Whitney, thank you so much for calling in. Thank you for being a great subscriber.
I appreciate that. I'll be headed to you live as soon as I hang up the phone. And thanks, Bobby.
There you go. There you go. Match made in heaven. All right, Whitney. Thank you for calling in.
All right, later.
All right. Entertainah playing Cupid. All right, next caller on the line. You're on live with the Entertainah. Thank you for calling in.
Yo, Entertainah. It's UCF Jaguar.
I love this guy. If anybody is not, he's in the Masturbate 8. It's going to be this Friday, along with Philly 500. A lot of heavy hitters here. What's going on, my man?
Nothing much, man. I gotta say, man, this whole Masturbate 8 thing just has me super nervous and stuff, man. I'm going out. I got a haircut today. I'm getting my eyebrows waxed tomorrow. I'm actually getting a spray tan on Wednesday. I've got a whole bunch of things lined up, and I'm gonna hopefully be looking super cute once the next round goes on.
Yeah, the pressure builds as the tournament progresses. This Friday, we're gonna get down to the hardcore 4. And it's 8 very good-looking YouTubers. I mean, 8 adorable men. So I think it's going to be a good competition. I'm really looking forward to it. And who do you have again? Who's your matchup?
I don't know, but it's gonna be tough. I know that. It's every round from here.
Yeah.
It gets tougher and tougher. I get more nervous and more nervous, and it's I'm an emotional wreck right now.
I love this guy. So what's going on, man?
Nothing much, man. I just gotta say, man, I don't like you going out here just talking about the Giants drafting Haskins. Leave them alone. You guys need to go build your team. Get some defensive players. Maybe get yourself an offensive tackle. You know, just get your grimy New York hands, your grease covered New York pizza hands off of my quarterback.
I like Haskins too. So, but I will say, if you're willing to trade up for him, I'm going to let you have him. Because I don't want my Giants trading up. But if Haskins is there at 6, and Devin White's not, or a top talent's not, I want the Giants taking Haskins. So we'll see. But I think it's either going to be us or you that get him, depending on what you do in free agency. Now, I have a question for you. Have you heard, because a lot of people think Foles could be headed to Jacksonville. Have you heard anything on that?
Well, there's a lot of connections being made just since the Jaguars have John D. Filippo as Calvin's coordinator, but I mean, we'll see what happens. We're going to have to get a veteran quarterback somehow, but I do think that Tom Coughlin and Dave Caldwell and all them think that the roster is good enough to win now. So there's a good chance they're going to go out there and get the best quarterback available. And I think that it's been known that Coughlin does like Foles, and it could very well be Nick Foles under center for us next year.
Yeah, so that will make the draft very interesting if you sign Foles, because then if the Giants don't take Haskins is going to fall all the way to like 13. Because, I mean, maybe the Bengals take him at 11, but who else could take? Nobody else is taking him after you and us.
Yeah, I mean, it's maybe the Dolphins move up, Bengals, but yeah, it's kind of a dry quarterback market, really.
Yeah,
a lot of teams have their guy. I mean, the Redskins will be looking for somebody probably, but it's a thin quarterback market this year.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. And Bridgewater's another one that could sign and be a starter somewhere. So we'll see. I think Foles has to go to one of those. You would think one of the 6 destinations that need it. Well, 5 now that the Broncos got Flacco: the Giants, the Jaguars, the Bengals, the Dolphins, and the Redskins. You got to think he's going to one of those 5 teams, Foles. And I don't.
Yeah, that's crazy because Kirk Cousins. I look at him, man. He got a lot of guaranteed money last year. I wonder, and honestly, if you were to ask me, man, I would rather Foles over Cousins. So I wonder, like what number Nick Foles would be at when it comes to what someone's going to sign him to.
I would guess, and I agree with you, Gio-Man, I want no part of Nick Foles, but I would guess he's going to get 5 years, $100 million, something like that. 4 years, 80. 5 years, he's going to get 20 per over 4 or 5 years. That would be my guess.
Yeah, I think he'll get a 3-year deal somewhere with a bunch of money.
It could be 3 years and more per year, something like that. You're saying like a 3-year, $70 million deal, something like that.
Yeah, I don't see him getting a 5-year deal just because of his just not necessarily inconsistencies, but he hasn't been really consistent anywhere. I mean, the only place he's really been magical is his 2 stints with the Eagles.
Yeah, all I'll say to that is, if, what's his name, the guy that used to play for the Texans, that tall 6'7" quarterback, he signed a 4-year, $72 million deal.
Brock Osweiler?
Yeah, if Brock Osweiler got 4 years, I mean, somebody might give him 4.
Yeah, but that was more of the mystery of the unknown type of thing. That's like, okay, this guy, he had such limited snaps. Everyone thought he could potentially be like the next best thing, you know, kind of like Jimmy Garoppolo when he signed his money. Like he hadn't done anything to necessarily prove that he is that guy, but everyone was just so teased by what he could potentially be that they get that big contract.
That's a fair point, because it's actually a great comparison. Garoppolo, I think, he didn't show much before he went to the 49ers. So that's actually a good comparison. They thought he had upside similar to the Garoppolo trade, and then they obviously signed Garoppolo after the 5 starts. That's actually a very good comparison, because the people know more of what Foles is at this point, because how old is he now? 30, 31?
Yeah, he's 30 years old, and I do like him a lot, but I think that Doug Peterson's a hell of an offensive coach. And I mean, you even saw the Eagles when in 2017 before the playoffs started. Like, Foles was not that good, but Doug Peterson used that bye week to really look at Foles' tape and see what they could do to like kind of use his strengths. And a lot of that, man, I thought Doug Peterson did a hell of a job really building those strengths.
Oh, Peterson did a great job with Foles. I mean, I'm still not sold on Foles. I think he could be an okay quarterback, but I'm not giving him that kind of money. As a Giants fan, you're in a different situation, I think, than the Giants. I think the Jaguars are more prepared to possibly contend because you guys are stronger throughout the roster than the Giants are. The Giants have the flashy players, but you guys kind of really need a quarterback. So Foles makes more sense for you guys than the Giants. I think the Giants need to get a young quarterback, so I want no part of Foles.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you guys have some pretty looking players when it comes to, Odell Beckham and Saquon and all that stuff, but there's that defense seems to be either there's expensive players on the roster or players are starting to drop, like, Landon Collins. It looks like he's on his way out of there, and Looks like you guys need a whole. I mean, if you guys can have a successful draft class and really hit on each round this year, that could be huge going forward.
Yeah, well, the Giants' pass rush over the last 4 years has been as bad as they've ranked 29th or worse 3 out of the last 4 years in sacks. So that tells you all you need to know. If you're not getting after the quarterback in the modern day NFL, you're not going to win very many games. So that to me is their biggest problem.
They signed Olivier Vernon to a lot of money. Then they get like Snacks Harrison too, and then of course Janoris Jenkins is out in the cornerback. I don't know what his deal is if you guys are looking to keep him on the roster, but yeah, there's some.
Yeah, well,
some of your high-priced players aren't necessarily worth all that money.
No, they're not. And the problem, though, with Jenkins, he's okay at this point. He's like maybe an average corner. When they first got him, he was a top 5 or 6 corner in the league. Now he's maybe an average corner. But the problem with him, he's going to make $14.5 next year, I think it is. It might be $14.75. But if they cut him, it's a $7 million cap hit. And if you look out on the cornerback market, you take that difference, say $7.5 million, you're not going to find a corner on the open market, in my opinion. It's a weak corners market for $7.5 million that's as good as Jenkins. And then it's the same problem with Vernon. Vernon's making $19.5, but if you cut him, it's an $8 million cap hit. So it's $11.5. Then you have to ask yourself, are you going to get a pass rusher for $11.5 that's as productive as Vernon is? And when Vernon's on the field, he's still pretty productive. It's just the problem is he's always hurt.
Yeah, it's gonna be a nice pass rushing. When it comes to defensive ends this year, it's actually a pretty good group with like Trey Flowers, Dante Fowler Jr. You got the dude from the Cowboys. That's looks like he's going to hit free agency. So I think there's going to be some players out there.
Oh, great! The pass rushers market is great. The only thing I think about the top tier guys, I think most of them are going to be franchised. Trey Flowers, I don't think will be. I think he's going to be the best one on the market that won't be franchised. I expect D Ford to be. I expect Lawrence to be. I expect. There's 2 other big ones. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I expect all 4 to be franchised. But Trey Flowers, I think, will be available. I think he'll be the highest paid. And then you got the guy from the Eagles, too. What's his name? Graham. So there's a couple of guys out there, but we'll see. But I'm going to let you go.
Yeah, there are guys out there, but yeah, man. Thanks for letting me call in, man.
No, man. Thanks for calling in. And thank you so much for supporting my channel. Thank you for coming in. Everybody, and by the way, we're going to do that Dream Team stream thing soon, I hope. But
yeah, the masturbate hype train is real.
Everybody go on over there and sub up UCF Jaguar. I appreciate you calling in, buddy.
All right, peace.
All right, my man. All right, next caller. You're on live with the Entertainah. Thank you for calling in.
Hey, how you doing, buddy?
The original jerk off. What is going on?
Yeah, first of all, do you think in the future when you do these call-in shows, you think you could give everybody a heads up, especially me, if you know that guy Bobby from Vermont is going to be calling in, because that way I can hide the ammo from my pistol.
All right, I'll let you know. Well, you should know the second he calls in. I mean, I always say his voice is gorgeous. You could hear it from a mile away. You know who it is.
It's gorgeous. Absolutely.
What's going on, my man? What's going on?
A couple of things. I just want to bring up the Jet. I can't remember who it was that I heard talking about this, but I actually kind of agree with it. And tell me what you think. It has to do with the Jets making a trade with the Steelers for Brown.
Okay.
Okay. So, anyway, it goes like this. Jets and Steelers swap the number 3 and the number 20 pick. Okay?
Okay.
Jets don't have a number 2 pick. They pick up the Steelers' number 2 pick.
All right, so let me just make sure I got this all figured out so far. Jets are trading down from 3 to 20, and basically you're trading the first, you're acquiring the 20th overall and the 20th pick in the second round. So you're getting the 52nd overall pick, the 20th overall pick for the 3rd pick. That's what I got so far.
Correct. You got it right so far. Okay. So now the Jets also do not have a 6th-round pick. The Steelers have 2 6th-round picks. So we pick up their first 6th-round pick. Okay, I don't know what number it is, but we pick up their first 6. And then we also, not this year, but next year, we either negotiate for a 2nd or a 3rd round in next year. I would push for I'd push for a second, but if I had to, the lowest I would go is a third round. And obviously we get Brown.
Okay.
What's your take on that?
So basically, you're acquiring the second round pick. Obviously, it's a much later second round pick than you would have had this year. You would have had the 35th, but you're getting a second round pick. You're trading down 17 spots. You're basically trading down 17 spots to acquire Antonio Brown and getting a late second round pick. 6th round pick doesn't mean much. You can even throw that out the window. I mean, 6th round pick is you're basically getting a late second and a late first and giving up the 3rd overall pick to get Antonio Brown.
Right.
I think it makes sense for the Jets. I'm going to tell you why. And I don't know if I'd definitely do it, but it does make sense. You have a young quarterback. You could do similar to what the Giants did for Eli in his second year when they brought in Plaxico Burress. You could go out there, get him a great target via free agency. In this case, it would be a trade. And you're trading down, you're getting another draft pick. So you could potentially fill that offensive line with that late second round. You could get a hog molly with that 20th overall pick, which is really what you should be focused on. So you could get like a guy like Cody Ford with the 20th overall pick and maybe get a pass rusher in the second round, something like that, and you bring in a great target. It's not a horrible idea. It also depends it also depends on who's there at 3 overall.
Right. Yeah, I mean, look, we all know that, Williams is going to be there, Allen's going to be around, Bosa's going to be around. And, I mean, I think it makes sense on both ends. I think it makes sense for the Steelers to do something like that.
Well, it definitely makes sense for the Steelers. They're getting the 3rd overall pick for Antonio Brown, and Antonio Brown doesn't want to be there.
Right.
But as far as the Jets goes, it kind of makes sense. I'll say this. If Josh Allen was the guy that was there, I would do the trade if I were the Jets. Because Josh Allen, and I love Josh Allen, but Josh Allen doesn't fit your defense. So in that scenario, if I'm the Jets, I'm looking to trade down. If I have an opportunity like that, it makes sense. I get a great wide receiver for my young quarterback, and I get to bolster the offensive line with that 20th pick. So plus you have a ton of cap space, so you can help build the line and pass rush via the free agency. So it does make a lot of sense in that scenario. Now, if Quentin Williams was there, I might think twice. I love Quentin Williams, and I love Josh Allen, but Josh Allen just doesn't fit your team.
Yeah, no, he definitely doesn't. But I don't know. I was sitting here and I listened to it, and I'm saying to myself, this is actually the first time, because I did not want Brown at all up until I heard this, with this scenario, and that to me that makes sense to me, but we'll see what happens. But also wanted to tell you that that video you made on the Mets, really great stuff. I'm looking forward to part 2. And before I hang up, once again, I have to shout out to the New York Islanders, still in first place, Pally.
There you go, and I'll definitely be doing a playoff Islander game for sure, at least one of them. So I'm looking forward to that. And I think they're only 2 points up, but they have like 2 games in hand or something, right?
Yeah, 21 games left. I'd like to see him win at least half of those. And, it's going to be great. The playoffs are going to be great. So you have to promise me that you will at least do a playoff game.
I'm definitely doing at least one Islander playoff game. Guaranteed.
Okay. All right, buddy. And once again, I want the heads up when Bobby calls, okay?
Listen, you'll be the first person that knows the next time Bobby's calling in.
All right, buddy. Have a good night.
All right, my man. Thank you so much for the call. All right. What's going on? You're on Live with the Entertainah. Thank you for calling in.
Hi, Chris. This is Anthony. I'm a first-time caller.
Anthony. What's going on, Anthony? Thank you for calling in.
Hey, I have a question. I'm a Dolphins fan.
I don't mean to interrupt you. I don't mean to interrupt you. I just want to read this comment here by Mike Nixon. He says, I just want to say, Entertainah, I enjoy your videos and keep up the great work, brother. I also wanted to say, earlier I was talking in general, I'm happy to pass on a quarterback this to work on our defense. Yeah, I think the same exact way you do. In general, I'm not going to be upset if they take a Haskins, but the biggest problem is defense, so I'm going to be happy either way. And thank you so much for the compliment. I really appreciate that. But go ahead, buddy.
Oh, yeah, what I was saying, like I said, I'm a Dolphins fan, and honestly, do you think, let's say we trade down with the Dolphins, do you think the quarterback, if we trade down to like the mid-20s or late 20s, do you think both Locke and Jones are going to be gone by then? Let's say Denver doesn't draft the quarterback. Let's say they go into free agency and sign like Nick Foles or something like that, and they don't draft the quarterback. Do you think we would have enough time? Like, would it be smart for us to trade down and like to the 20s, maybe with the mid-20s, late 20s with the Raiders, or the 31st pick to get the fifth-year option with Drew Lock or Daniel Jones, or maybe like Jarrett Stidham or someone?
It depends on how free agency breaks down, and you'll know that before the draft. If Foles goes to, say, the Jaguars and Bridgewater goes to one of those teams and he's going to start, yeah, that makes a ton of sense if you don't love a quarterback. If you, say you like 2 or 3 near damn close, you might say it makes more sense to trade down to 29, pick up future draft picks, and we're still going to get a quarterback. So in that scenario, why not? Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, honestly, I'm like I said, I'm a big fan. I'm more of a Drew Lock fan, to be honest, because he seems like he's a more like realistic. I'm not saying he can start day one, but he seems like he has the more realistic chance to maybe start, beat out. Let's say we sign a quarterback or something like that, like mid-level free agent quarterback or something like that. We draft Drew Lock. He can be one of those people that can force the guy we signed for free agency to be the backup and stuff like that. Because I look at Drew Lock, he seems like he's the more pro ready out of all 3 quarterbacks because the offense he's coming out of. From Missouri.
Well, Daniel Jones has played in the pro style offense his whole collegiate career. So, in terms of offensive that they played in, I'd say Jones is the most prepared. But yes.
Jones doesn't have a lot of game experience, though.
Not nearly as much as Locke. Locke's a 4-year starter. And Locke converted to a more pro style. It still wasn't a full pro style offense. It still had some intricacies of the air raid offense, which is what he was in his first 3 years. But, yes, it was a more pro style offense, which is why his numbers were down, because it forced him to make second and third reads. I think he threw 28 touchdowns and 8 picks this year as opposed to 43 and 13 in his junior year. So it wasn't as high-flying of an offense, but a lot of people liked what they saw in his game this year because he was making more pro throws, looking at his second, his third options, fitting into tight windows. Drew Lock, I would be shocked if he goes that deep in the draft. I don't think he's going to go past, 15. But
and with Drew Lock, what's his comparison? Or, when you look at his tape, coming out of college.
I have seen so many different comparisons for Drew Lock. I've seen crazy ones. I forgot who it was. One guy compared.
Mine was Phillip Rivers. Do you agree with that?
It's not horrible. It's not horrible. No, I would say no. I don't like that comparison actually because Rivers doesn't have that good of an arm. Drew Lock's biggest asset is his arm.
How about he looks like a bigger version of Drew Brees? He's not as his arm strength is Drew Brees he has Drew Brees as his arm strength, but he doesn't have the accuracy of Drew Brees, to be honest. But the way he plays, he looks like Drew Brees, a bigger version of Drew Brees. Do you agree with that?
The guy that I think he is a lot like, I saw one guy, Daniel Jeremiah, compared him to Mahomes. I thought that was crazy. But that was a year ago. That's before Mahomes took off this year.
Matt Stafford.
That's the guy I was going to say. I think Matt Stafford's the comparison. Stafford or Cutler in that realm, that type of quarterback. Big arm quarterback. Cutler, Stafford. Those are the guys I see in Drew Lock.
So you don't... And there was another... I can't remember who compared him to... Used this comparison. They compared him to Matt Ryan, too. The Matt Ryan... Do you agree with the Matt Ryan comparison? I can't remember who compared him to.
Yeah,
I think it was
Matt Ryan's kind of similar to those types of quarterbacks. Doesn't have quite the arm strength, but he's a better quarterback. I think Cutler and Stafford's the comparison. I think that's the comparison. And Drew Lock has underrated athleticism. He can move a little bit, but we'll see, man. I don't think you'll get him if you trade down. I don't think you'll get him if you trade down.
Okay, and I have a question. What free safeties or safeties you see, free safeties are in the draft that you see would fit better as a strong safety? Say the Dolphins end up drafting a quarterback in the first round.
Well, the two best, to be honest with you, I haven't done enough research on the second round, deep second round picks. But the two safeties that everyone talks about are Adderley and Thompson. Those are the two safeties everyone likes.
Yeah, no, but Thompson, he's too skinny to be a strong safety. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I want to start replacing Rashard Jones, to be honest. And he seems too skinny to be a strong safety. That's what I'm saying. Like, I want a strong safety. Is there any first-round safeties?
Those are the two. Those are the two potential first-round safeties. There may be one more, but those are the two that everyone's talking about. But I'm going to let you go because I got to try to get people in. But great call, man. Thank you for calling in.
You too. Have a good day.
All right, buddy. QC in the building. What's going on, QC? Last Jedi, I hope I got it. Oh, she's still here. Have a good night, Last Jedi. I saw she was leaving. Have a good night, Last Jedi. Thank you for tuning in. What's going on? You're on live. Thank you for calling in.
Man, every time I hear you talk about the second round, you said I don't look at anything about it.
Okay.
Every time you talk about the second round, I just hear, I haven't done enough research. I just want this one time for you to like try and make a video about second round.
I'm going to. I'm waiting until after the combine because that's when I'm going to get a better idea of later round picks. I'm waiting until after the combine to do more research on the later rounds. I'm gonna have a video for second round. I'm gonna have a combined video rounds 4 through 7, like potential late round picks. But I'm waiting until after the combine to get into that stuff.
Okay, so I just want to know that first, but my main question is just like, do you think we can trade Landon Collins, not just like let him go to free agency and get nothing for him?
If you can, sure. I don't know if you're gonna be able to, but if you can, sure. You know?
No, because it's just like he's a good guy to be a loser just for nothing. So it's just, I didn't want to just say he's good. We're just gonna lose him. He can go to another team. We don't get anything. I mean, I think we can get like a couple, like multiple picks, like second, third round picks for him.
The thing is, if they were going to do that, I think they could have done it last year, and they didn't. They could have probably gotten a second or third round pick from last year, and they didn't.
That's right.
And the longer they wait, the less they're going to get, because they know that the Giants are more desperate to get rid of him. But, anything else, buddy?
Oh, I was just thinking, who do you have in the MVP race for the NBA?
NBA?
Yes, NBA.
I mean, Harden and Antetokounmpo. Those are the two front runners.
I mean, do you think Paul George is like a dark horse? Because he's been kind of going on.
Speak up. I didn't
Paul
hear that.
George.
Oh, Paul George, yes.
Paul George.
Paul George is in the top 3 or 4 for sure. He's had a career year. Paul George has been great. But I think the two front runners right now, Harden, what he's done this year has just been ridiculous. And I don't like Harden. He doesn't play any defense, and he's boring to watch. He gets to the foul line like 16 times a game. But got to give Harden respect, what he's done this year. And Antetokounmpo has been unbelievable. Those would be my two front runners. But, yeah, George is certainly in the conversation.
I like Giannis and Paul George because I like two-way players. You know, just Harden doesn't play defense. If you have a good two-way player like Giannis, LeBron's a good two-way player. KD's a good two-way player. Paul George, he gets a lot of steals. Russ is a good two-way player.
I'm with you. I prefer those players, and I haven't looked at the updated stats for Harden, but last I checked, what is he averaging, like 36 points a game? Something ridiculous?
Yeah, something big.
I mean, and he won the MVP last year. He's having a better year this year. He's definitely in the top 2, Harden. Definitely. Yeah, but, I mean, those are the 3 names right now. George, Antetokounmpo, and him. Those are the 3 front runners.
But if Giannis gets his three-point shooting up, because he already scores a lot mid-range, if he gets his three-point percentage up, and he can get everything together, which everything already is, he has Middleton and Bledsoe. He has a lot of playmakers. I mean, Brogdon's been doing really good. If Giannis keeps on turning on all cylinders, and so are the Milwaukee Bucks, I feel like they have a chance to challenge for a title. I mean, not this year, because the Warriors have a chance, but next year,
if Antetokounmpo improves his jump shot, he's going to be the best player in the league. He's going to be the best player. He's going to be the best player in the league if he could get a knockdown. If he could do what LeBron did, LeBron developed and
if he could do what Marc Gasol did, because Marc Gasol used to have one of the worst three-point percentages in the league, and now he's a pro.
Yeah. So if he could adjust and even be an average three-point shooter, he'll be the best player in the league. I mean, him or Anthony Davis, in my opinion, in 2 years will be the best player in the league. But I'm gonna let you go, buddy, because I'm sure other people want to call him. But thank you for the call.
Okay. Okay.
All right, my man. Who else we got in here? I see Kimber Kiss is still in the chat. Talking to Philly 500, match made in heaven. They both talk about the ghosts. They talk about conspiracy theories. Yeah, no, Tevin, the key word I said when I said that sentence, I said in 2 years. Right now, Durant is the best. I said in 2 years. In 2 years, I think Anthony Davis overtakes him. What's going on?
Hello, this is Lucas Milk.
Lucas Milk, back at it again. What's going on, Lucas Milk?
Yeah. Oh, thanks. What do you think about Robert Kraft and the human trafficking?
Robert Kraft and the sex thing? I don't know enough about it. I kind of ignored it because I think it's nonsense. I don't know his involvement in it. I don't know if it was just like he got a rub and tug or did they say he was like actually involved in the solicitation of prostitutes?
Oh, I think it's gonna affect the Patriots in some way.
I don't.
think it's gonna affect Gronk's decision if he's gonna retire or not.
Well, that might be true, but I think Gronk was going to retire already. I think Gronk's done at this point. He's been too banged up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Gronk's coming back anyway. I really don't. So, but I don't think it's going to affect the Patriots. People say that all the time with this stuff, and it never does. They always win. As long as Belichick's there, the Patriots are going to win. The guy's brilliant. He's the best mind in football. Brady can leave. They're still going to be good. As long as Belichick is there, they're going to be one of the top teams in the league.
Yeah. The only person I see to the defect is Gronk. That's it. And the lines are busy tonight.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I just wanted to get your take on the situation.
I appreciate it, man. Yeah, no, I don't read too much. I mean, I don't know enough. I don't know. The facts still aren't out, right? So I don't know everything about it. So I got, until I hear it. I mean, obviously, if he was like a pimp and soliciting these prostitutes, yeah, he should go to jail.
Wow. Yeah.
I mean, if he just went to a massage parlor and got a hand job, I've never done that, but probably 90% of the male population's done that before. So not something that I think he should be locked up for. So that's my thoughts on it.
All right, before I go, I want everyone in the chat to have mixtures of milk. 2% chocolate, strawberry. Just mix all.
Mix it all up. All right, well, it's coming from Lucas Milk. So you do know a lot about milk. I'm more of a 2% or a skim guy myself, but I'll have to try that because who knows better than you? But
it's good. I tried it before.
Well, I know you. I mean, you have the name to do it. I know you did it. But I just want to say thank you so much for calling in, buddy.
All right.
All right, my man.
Talk.
Didn't mean to hang up on him there. Blue milk's good too, Scott Thomas. It's a mixture of blueberries and milk put together. It's very good. Do you see the Giants re-signing court? Yes, I do. I think they should. What's going on? You're on Live with the Entertainer. Thank you for calling in. Lamel Sinclair's in the...
Chris, I'm back again.
Bobby, I'm not taking second-time calls yet. You can call back in maybe an hour because I got other people trying to...
Well, I want to get back to that Mark Israel guy. I have to tell him a bunch of... He gave me crap. I'm going to give him crap.
I think he's being sarcastic. But you can call back in later.
He ain't no being sarcastic.
Bobby, I'll talk to you in a bit. I'll talk to you in a bit, Bob. All right, next caller. Bobby is pissed. What's going on? You're on Live with the Entertainer. Thank you for calling in.
Hey, Chris, it's QC.
QC, what's going on? Love QC. One of my best subscribers. Love this guy. What's going on, man?
None. I'm at home right now doing I'm watching some hockey videos that Sir Cardinal gave me, and he gave me some homework.
Oh, that's awesome. So you're trying to become more of an educated hockey fan?
Yeah, a little bit. I guess this isn't teaching me nothing. This is videos of the best fights from the 1980s.
Okay. Yeah. I'm not a huge hockey guy myself. I actually want to get a little more into it. The problem is I don't have a lot of time because I watch basketball and they interject with each other, so it's hard for me to dedicate myself to watching hockey regularly, you know. But I do like playoff hockey. You know?
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be a huge hockey fan, but if I can figure out a little bit more about it.
Yeah, for sure, man. For sure.
Get into hockey, so.
Yeah. Definitely, man. Anything? What else you want to talk about?
Not much, man. I just wanted to call in and say that.
Well, man, I always appreciate talking to you, man. Because I always say, man, you're one of my best subs, man. You always tune in my videos. It really means the world to me. So, thank you for that. Thank you for being a great caller. And everybody, do me a favor. Are you putting out more content now on that channel now?
Yep.
All right, everybody, do me a favor. Go out there and check out QC. He's a very good musician. He has a lot of rap music on his channel. If you're into rap, you'll enjoy it. So I was listening today. I'm not a big rap guy, but it's very good quality. So I just want to say thank you so much for calling in, buddy.
Yeah, of course. Thank you. Got to give a quick shout out to Crazy Mofo and Enzo in the chat.
You got to.
And Archer.
You got to. What about Asia? You left Asia out.
Oh, Asia. Shout out to Asia.
All right, QC. Thank you for calling in, buddy.
All right, I'll be in the chat, bro. Later.
All right, my man. And next call, you're on live with the Entertainah. Thank you for calling in.
Entertainah.
Sperm cell.
Yeah. I decided I'd call in.
It's always good when you call in. You always bring some humor to the chat. What's going on?
I gotta say, Bobby seemed very animated.
Bobby was upset. Bobby was very upset. Seems like he's a little upset at Mark Israel. We might have a little tussle on our hands.
We got some beef.
So what's going on, man?
So today was the NHL trade deadline.
Yes, I was watching actually Sir Cardinal earlier today. What QC was talking about his channel. Yeah, he was streaming the trade deadline. Like I said, I don't know much about it, but yeah, a couple trades went down.
Flyers totally whiffed on the trade.
Right.
Traded one of our best forwards for a scrub and a fourth rounder.
Now the Flyers are out of it, right?
I think we're 8 out of the last wild card spot.
So it's almost like a sell move, but you don't think they got enough for the guy?
Not nearly enough. The original asking price was too much, but then they ended up trading him for not enough.
Yeah. I wish I could conversate more on it. I don't know near enough about hockey. I know I'm starting to try to follow the Islanders a little bit because I root for the Islanders in the playoffs. I know they're having a good year, but I literally know almost nothing about hockey.
So, do you think the Cardinals are going to make the playoffs?
I'll never rule out the Cardinals. The Cardinals, I mean, they're the best team in baseball in terms of the amount that they get out of the talent on their team. I mean, the players, I mean, they always get the most out of the players. I always say that. I respect that organization a lot. They're a great organization, the Cardinals, so I'm not going to rule them out. I don't know if I'm picking them, but they're certainly in the race.
Yeah. A lot of people are picking the Cubs to dip this year.
Yeah. By the way, somebody asked, where's Asia's wrench? What am I doing? I got to give her a wrench. There you go. Yeah, no, I'm with you. Yeah, the Cubs are the favorite. They have the most talent in that division, in my opinion.
So, do you think this whole thing about Harper and the Dodgers, do you think it's all going to end up just not mattering at all? You're just going to go to the Phillies?
I think he's going to go to the Phillies. But I think the Dodgers have a chance, but I think he's going to go to the Phillies.
I wasn't, paying attention to it, to all the rumors about it. What all happened?
Basically, the Dodgers said they're in on it now. I mean, that's all I've heard. And I don't know if they're willing to offer him a 9 or 10 year deal, I think, which is what it's probably going to take.
Yeah.
You know, I think I really think he's going to be a Philly. I'd be surprised if he's not. I'd be really surprised if he's not. I hope he's not. I'm a Met fan, but I think he's going to be a Philly.
Yeah.
You know. Oh, smoke weed every day's in the chat. Thank you for popping in. But anything else, my man?
Sexy, go play Fortnite with me tonight.
There you go, Sexy. Go to help you heard that. Go play Fortnite with Sperm Cell. I hope you don't break your controller.
Oh, yeah.
All right, my man. Thank you.
You need to set yours up. You need to set yours up.
I will. I'm gonna get the Madden set up soon.
All right.
All right, my man. All right, all right, all right. Philly 500 Kimberkiss. That's oh, I love the conversation people having within my chat. Philly and Kimberkiss going at it. I like it. And Asia, you are welcome. You are welcome. As we wait for the next caller. What's going on? You're on live with the Entertainah. Thank you for calling in.
Try to guess who it is.
Timothy?
Yes.
Timothy, what's going on, buddy? How you doing?
I'm doing good.
All right, all right, all right. What do you want to talk about?
Is it just me or the Patriots always win every Super Bowl?
Well, no, it's not just you. I think the whole world realizes that the Patriots are always winning a Super Bowl. It's not just you. Unfortunately, they are literally in it every year, and I think most football fans do realize that.
Okay, so the Super Bowl is kind of rooting for the Rams.
What happened?
So the Super Bowl is kind of rooting for the Rams.
For the Super Bowl, what about the Rams?
I was rooting for them.
You were rooting for, I think we all were. I mean, anybody that's not a Brady fan or a Patriot fan is obviously rooting for the Rams. Unfortunately, the Rams played like dog poop, and they lost the game. So that's what it came down to. One team didn't play as much like dog poop as the other, and the Patriots won the game because of that.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
Anything else, Timothy?
I just want to say that you're my favorite YouTuber.
Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate that, Timothy. Thank you very much. I really do appreciate that.
So there's an open line there I could call back before the end of the stream?
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Depends how late we go, how many calls we're getting.
Yeah, okay, well, bye.
All right, Timothy. Thank you for calling in, my man.
Okay,
I appreciate
bye.
I appreciate the kind words. Rogue Dog, Chris ask if it Chris ask if it's good night, Whitney. Thank you for tuning in the stream, Whitney. Rams wasted opportunity. Yes, they should have. You're making Timothy's dream come true. Timothy for sure loves. Oh, he definitely loves turtles. Damn, Notre Dame rested. Oh yeah, I guess you bet it on the game there, Playboy. Mike Nixon, do you think Evan Ingram will have a breakout year this year? No. Well, he could, but I'm gonna say no. As we're waiting for the next caller. Stephen Lilly, I hate the Rams. All right. 325, you're on live with the Entertainah. Thank you for calling in.
Tana, how's it going, man?
Who is it?
Texas Liberty, sir.
Texas Liberty, the man responsible for the new intro. Now, you want to talk about a gorgeous voice. Texas Liberty's got it. He should be working as like the movie trailer guy with the voice. I love it, man. What's going on?
Well, thanks, man. Well, I just want to take a moment of silence for the AAF, which is done.
Yeah, it's horrible.
And I would love to say it was a great run, but I've got I don't want to call it a conspiracy because apparently, that has its connotations, but this is what I see out there. There's a monopoly by the NFL, and for whatever reason, and I'll just put my opinion out there, the NFL, this is opinion now, I'm sorry about that, I moved between fact and opinion quite a bit. NFL's paid off all the news stations not to cover this new league at all, and that is illegal, sir. That is a monopoly, but it's happening. There are a lot of problems in the world. Does this really matter in the scheme of things? I guess not, but it sure does piss me off, Chris, and I just wanted to hear your thoughts about it.
Yeah, I don't know enough about it. I know that they show it on YouTube, but obviously, well, you're saying you're upset that they don't show it on national TV. You mean like CBS?
It appears to me that every station on television except CBS Sports is paid to not talk about this.
Oh,
and that's my opinion.
Oh, you mean actually like cover it?
Yeah,
okay.
Absolutely blackballed. You will not be allowed in this free market because it's not a free market. There is a monopoly there
That's not
by the NFL.
I'll say you might not be wrong about that. You might not be wrong about now. To be fair, I will say this, and you might be right about that. That they're not covering it because the NFL is very powerful. It's not a crazy idea. I mean, I've heard Philly 500 say much crazier ideas, but the one thing I will say, the product on the field is awful. I've tried to get into it now for 3 weeks. The receivers drop every pass. The hits are harder, I guess, but there's way too many injuries. I mean, it's something to watch. If you're not, like I always say, if you're not a fan of other sports and you're just a football fan, it's something to watch. I'm not a fan of the league. I'm not into it. I stream it because people want me to, but I'm not a big fan of the league. But you're right. That is possible that they are doing that, cutting off the media outlets so it doesn't get enough. But do you honestly think the AF would ever even approach the NFL?
Well, I don't know, but I would surely love a chance to watch and choose for myself. Which appears, this is the way I feel. I feel like I'm not given a choice at all. Like it's been decided, you're gonna have the NFL, and that's it. And which is okay. The NFL's not awful, the players and that sort of thing. But I got to tell you, man, I'm not the only one. They're lucky to even be where they're at. A lot of us, millions of us, hate the NFL, and we love football, and so we're caught in the middle, and it's a bad situation. You know what I mean?
No, I know that there's the whole, a lot of people have protested the NFL for various reasons, and they want, I get where you're going. Now, somebody brought up that they did air it on the NFL Network, and I don't think he's talking about the stations that they air it on, though. He's more talking about the coverage that it receives in the media. Like, he's saying that ESPN's not reporting on it, Fox Sports is not reporting on it, so I think that's what he's saying, to help it gain traction. That's what you're getting at, right?
That's exactly what I'm getting at, and we'll see how they treat the XFL, because if they come out and promote the hell out of the XFL, then we know that this is a sham. This is a definite monopoly. The XFL is just there to fail also, but they would never. They're going to give the the XFL a chance because they're not going to make it for sure. And that's just my opinion. Again, we've gone into opinion. I'm sorry, I don't always differentiate the facts from my opinion.
No, it's an interesting call. It's something different to talk about. I like it.
The XFL and the NFL having a partnership against the AAF, and the XFL is only there to booster the NFL after the low ratings and that sort of thing that happened with all the fallout for all their political garbage that they spewed all over the place for the past 10 years. And unfair treatment of people like Adrian Peterson and that sort of thing, just to make an example, and only, not even to make an example, just to appear, we're righteous, we're good, we're the NFL, and they're so full of shit. Excuse my language, they make me sick to this day. I hate their announcers. The card's stacked against them, they're never going to get me back.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they're the only game in town, man.
Yeah.
And that's my point. I mean, I'm just repeating myself, but yeah, that's what bugs me about the NFL right now.
I hear you. I hear you. I mean, there's a lot of people that have been, like I said, there's various reasons. There's not one reason, but there's a lot of people that have been thrown off by the NFL by the way that they've handled certain political topics. And I don't get into that on my show, but
right. Yeah. I don't either. It doesn't matter. It's just the way they are. I don't like them. That's just that. You know?
No, I hear you, man. I hear you. And I get where you're going.
I'm getting heated now.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
I
no, but man, thanks for taking my call and the topic. Thanks a lot, Chris. Man, have a good night, buddy.
You got it, man. Thank you for calling in. You have a good night, buddy.
You too.
Have a good one. I'm allergic. How are you allergic to weed, Kimber? I don't smoke weed, but I've never heard of that. People could be allergic to weed? Really? I was at baseball practice. Oh, like, all right. Well, welcome back, buddy. Kimber, go watch the. I don't drink. Just all right, Enzo. All right. As we're waiting for the next caller, it makes you sick and puke. What's going on? You're on live with the Entertainah. Thank you for calling in.
What's up, Entertainah?
What's going on? Who's this?
Alex Sports.
Is this Alex Codes or Alex Sports?
Alex Sports. I changed the name.
Oh, you changed the name. Okay. What's going on, buddy?
Yeah, what's up, man?
What's going on?
Oh, not much. I have a question.
Okay, I hopefully have an answer.
I can't think of anything off the top of my head, so what are your thoughts on Sterling Shepard?
My thoughts on Sterling Shepard. I don't think he's going to be back. This year he is, but long term I don't think he's going to be back because I think by the time the amount of money they're already allocating to the wide receiver position with Odell Beckham, they're not going to be able to spend $8, $10, $12 million, whatever it's going to take to keep Shepard once he hits the open market. Because if the salary cap's 30, by that point maybe $200 million, You can't. I mean, they'd be tying up like just between those two, $30 million at the wide receiver spot. The money's got to be spread out better than that. So I don't think Shepard's gonna be back unless they trade Beckham. But I don't think that's gonna happen.
I doubt that. Yeah.
Yeah. You know.
I mean, I do like Shepard, but he's been underproducing. But he's good in blocking. I think he can make good plays, and I do appreciate him, even though some people don't agree with it.
Yeah, I just want to say what's going on to Gustavo. He says, "What's up, Entertainah? What's going on, Gustavo? Thank you for doing this. I think he's a Cowboys fan. I'm not sure if he's a YouTuber. If he is, go sub him up. Yeah, I think he's gone though. After once he hits the free agency, I do like him in the slot. I think he's a talented slot receiver. I do like him.
Yeah, he's very good. I think he's like a young Victor Cruz in a way.
Yeah, I don't think he's ever gonna be that good, but I think he's similar. Nah. I see the similarities you're going with there. That is a fair comparison in terms of the type of receiver he is for a guy that played for the Giants. I do agree with that because he can play some inside, can play some outside.
I mean, he's kind of similar. I mean, he has maybe not. He's kind of like his body build is similar to Cruz.
Yeah, but he's not Cruz. I mean, Cruz that one year. Cruz that 1 year. I mean, he had like 1,600 yards, and he only played 13 starts. I mean, it's probably if he played 16 games, it would have been the best year ever by a Giants wide receiver in a single season. That's how good that one specific year was. I mean, he was incredible.
Yeah.
You know. But anything else, buddy?
Oh no, that's it. Great call. I'll see you soon, man.
Well, I'm glad that you said that you had a great call. But I think you did have a great call.
And it was a great stream yesterday.
No, I'm just messing with you. All right, my man. Thank you so much for calling in, buddy.
All right, see you soon.
Does that mean you should draft a wide receiver this year? Actually, I was talking to Delano earlier today, and it makes sense to take a receiver later in the draft this year if they like one to potentially fill in for Shepard in like the 4th or 5th round if you think he has upside as a slot receiver. Because I don't think Shepard's going to be back. As we're waiting for the next caller, 9:13 on the dot. 914-481-3540. Entertainah talk and subscribe to the bet. Oh, I appreciate that, Enzo. Thank you very much. What's Philly talk? I always like to see what Philly's talking about. Demons came for me. Woke my brother. Wow. Kimberkish, yes, I'm so scared to do it now. I almost got taken. We got some demonic talk in the chat with Philly 500. Bobby, it's slowing down. Bobby, you can call back in. We get to hear you talk about... This should be interesting. We need a wide receiver that's at least 6'4". Yes, I would agree with that. I think they could use a taller wide receiver. They had that with Brandon Marshall, and Marshall obviously didn't live up to the he got hurt. What's going on? You're on live. Thank you for calling in.
Hi, Chris.
Bobby is back with the beautiful voice. What's going on?
Well, I want to talk about that Mark Israel person. Who is he anyway?
Mark Israel is one of my best callers. I love Mark Israel.
Well, I don't like him. He looked at me. I didn't even know him.
I could tell, Bobby. I could tell. You guys are going to tussle a little bit.
Well, I know he's from New York. He has that accent.
Yeah, I don't know where. I'm not going to ask for a social security number. I'm not.
No, I know that. But when you talk to him next time, ask him if he's a show named Rhoda. Okay, Rhoda.
Rhoda.
Okay.
Rhoda.
Rhoda. RHODA. It was a spinoff of Mary Tyler Moore Show, and she lives in an apartment building, and Carlton is the doorman, and he sounds exactly like that guy.
Okay.
So ask him if he ever saw that show. But he pisses me off. He says he wanted to shoot me or something. What the hell is that for?
No, he didn't say he wanted to shoot you.
Yeah, he said when you find out when Bobby gets on, I get my guns and something like that. What was he saying about that? Then you started laughing.
No, I think he meant to shoot himself as a joke. I don't think he meant to shoot. Yeah, it was a joke. He's joking.
Oh, he's joking. I didn't know.
He's joking. He's not going to go to your house and blow you away.
Well, he doesn't even know where I live.
Exactly. We just know that you live in Vermont. That's all we know.
Yeah.
And then I love
But
you.
I like you too, but I don't like this other guy. He's never in chat so we could talk. He's hiding like a little slithering little person.
He's hiding
You
like
know?
a what? A smithereen?
Little slithering snake, like he
Oh,
doesn't
a little,
talk in
a
chat.
little slithery snake. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
He's like
all right,
a
all
snake.
right. Well, he's one of these guys that likes to sit back, relax, and listen to the show. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's a typer. He likes to hang out and just listen. And he calls in. He's a very good caller. He's the original jerk off. You should know that.
I didn't know he was a jerk off. Maybe that's what he does his full-time job, maybe. Isn't that his full-time job? Jerking off? He probably went over to see Bob Kraft that time. That's probably what he was doing.
That's what it was. I think he went to go see Bob Kraft. I think you're absolutely
Yeah.
right. You're absolutely
Yeah,
right. I think his job was to be a jerk-off. I think you're right about that. Next time he calls in, I'm going to have to ask him if that's what he does as a profession.
Yeah, and then ask him if he saw the show Rhoda, because he sounds like Carlton.
All right, so ask him if he's seen the show Rhoda.
Yeah, it was a spin-off of Merrily Tyler Moore Show. You ever watch that show?
Never seen the show. Never seen the
Oh,
show.
it's back in the 70s as well, before your time. I told you I'm an old man.
You are an old man, but you're
So-
you're a very funny man. You take
I try to be.
sometimes you take things a little too literal, but I get
Don't
it. You're passionate. You're a former New Yorker. I get it. You're passionate.
Yeah, well, when they talk about me, I'm a little Irish man. You get Irish people pissed off, you know what happens.
Irish people turn red when they get pissed off. I've seen that before.
Oh, I get pissed. Oh,
I
my
can
God,
tell.
you know.
I can tell. I got to keep you away from him. So next time he calls
Yeah,
in,
but I was happy tonight. Guess who I heard tonight? I was so happy to hear from her.
You got to hear Whitney. We're gonna see if we could try. We're still gonna try to set that up between you and Whitney. So we're still working on that.
What about you? We go double date with you and what's her name? Kendra, right? Is it Kendra?
Well, Kendra was not in the chat tonight. Not in the chat tonight.
Yeah, but that's your girl, right?
Oh well, we'll see. We'll see.
Hey, when are you going to that Met game? Me and my brother want to go down. I think you said it was a Sunday game. I think you were going to the National.
I'm going to the Sunday game, second game of the year at the stadium.
That's Saturday.
Then it's the Sunday game. I'm going to the Sunday game at the stadium. I thought it was the second game. Maybe it's the third game.
You're going to the third game. You're going to the second game. Friday they play opening day, right?
I know I'm going to a game on a Sunday early in the season.
Yeah.
The first series of the year. So whatever game that is.
That's against the Nationals.
That's the game I'm going to.
So where are you sitting? Do you know where are you sitting?
I don't know yet. I don't know.
And I got another thing for you too. You say you go to the Giants and Jet game, right?
Yes, I am going to the Giants and Jets game, and hopefully some.
And do you guys need food? You need catering food for that?
Well, we're probably going to get the heroes. I don't think we're going to be able to grill for as many people as that might be coming.
No, my cousin's husband owns his own deli up in it's up in do you ever hear of Lake Carmel?
I've never heard of Lake Cornell.
Carmel, it's near West Point. You know where West Point is?
Yeah, that's far though. That's nowhere near the
It's
stadium.
up in that area, yeah.
Yeah, I mean the food will be expired by the time it gets to the stadium.
No, he like he has his catering. He's a caterer.
Oh, okay.
So do you want me to talk to him about ordering food or no?
Well, let's plan it out first. Let's plan it out
Because
first.
me and my brother definitely going to the game, and we're going to meet you. And before that, I want to meet you at what's that? Not
City Field. I see Dwayne Basketball.
Yeah, I want to meet you. I want to go to that new stadium. Never saw that one.
Yeah, but Cesar Mona's put it up. I think it will be. I mean, that deli's so far away. By the time it gets there, it's going to be expired. But Bobby,
all right,
I'm going to let you go. What a great caller you are.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to iron this thing out.
I talk a lot. I know.
I'm going to talk to Mark Israel. We're going to try to iron this thing out. I just want to say thank you so much for calling in.
Yeah, I don't have anything against him, but he talks about me behind my back. Like, I want to stand up for myself. So.
All right, buddy. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. You have a good one, my man.
Yeah, you have a great night, Chris. You're awesome as usual.
All right, Bobby. All right. Geomon, I don't know if Geomon wants to adopt me or Bobby. I think it's more towards Bobby. Because if I was going to adopt somebody, Bobby would be near the top of my list. Mike Nixon says, have you heard of Akeem Butler with 6'6" wide receiver? Yes, I have heard of him, Mike. I haven't seen enough on him, but I have heard of him. Diehard Giants fan in the house. What's going on? Thank you for tuning in the stream, Stephen Lilly. Chris, what do you think of... Don't know enough about him. What's going on? You're on live. Okay. Ghostbusters? Is that all you got?
No, that was for Kimber and Philly.
It's Joe Musa. It's Joe Musa. Bringing out the Ghostbusters. Oh, God. Oh, that's for Kimber. That's for Kimber. Yes, and Philly, the Ghost Hunters. How perfect. Great call. That was a great idea. Actually, I'm going to have Kimber on the show a week from Tuesday, and we're going to talk about ghosts for an hour and a half.
That'll be great. It'll be hilarious. You got to get Philly in there too.
Well, I think we need Philly in there. I got to try to find a way. Philly, are you free not this Tuesday, a week from tomorrow at 9:45 my time, 6:45 your time? Because that would be the greatest stream of all time. If we had Philly on with Kimber, we talked ghosts, we talked about demons, it would be phenomenal. But what's up, my man?
No, that's it. I'm a second-time caller, so I'm going to let you let the other guys call in.
All right, buddy. Thank you so much for calling in, my man.
Later, man, bro.
All right. Philly says he thinks he's good to go, so we'll have to figure that out. But worst case, Kimber's definitely going to be on a week from Tuesday. Should we draft Riley Ridley in the 3rd round? Like I said, I haven't done enough research on the 3rd round yet, Ligma. Yeah, I'm gonna have Spotlight on tomorrow. Asia, Spotlight's gonna be on tomorrow. Entertainah, you need to stream with Alex Sports. I'm gonna have Sir Cardinal on probably in 3 weeks. That's the plan. What's going on? You're on live with the Entertainah.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, absolutely, Dwayne Masco. We don't have a 3rd round. Good call there. I think we're gonna end up having a 3rd. We're gonna trade up to get one with the 9 picks we have, rounds 4 to 7. But as of now, we don't have a 3rd round. What's going on?
Hey, what's up, Entertainah?
BK Sports.
Yeah.
What's up, buddy?
I just have a couple questions about draft philosophy. So for the NFL draft, when you need a certain position, do you believe in taking someone in let's say you need a running back, you take a running back in the 2nd round, then you take a running back in the 6th round. Do you believe in taking multiple the same positions in the same draft?
Wait, I'm sorry. I was reading the chat. Say that one more time.
Okay, so let's say you need a running back or something like that. Running back's a bad example. Let's say you need a couple of defensive ends.
Okay.
Because your defensive ends are weak. Do you believe in taking multiple defensive ends in the same draft? Let's say you take one in the 2nd round, then you take one in the 6th.
Yeah, why not? If it's a weakness I have, yeah, why not?
All right, and I have another question too.
Yeah, go ahead.
But I can't remember it. Yeah, I can't remember it.
But yeah, no, I mean, I have no issue at all. I mean, the Giants specifically, that's a good question to ask. The Giants need more pass rushers than anybody. Yeah, you take as many flyers as you can in the late rounds. That's their weakest position. So yeah, I would have no problem with them taking 2 or 3 in this year's draft.
Okay. And I remember my other question now. When players get injured in their senior year, in between the draft and the end of their years, and they start falling in the draft, would you prioritize taking those type of players because they're talented before their injury, but they fall because of the injury?
So you're basically saying, if you're in a situation where the Eagles are, right, because you have a late 1st round pick, would you take a flyer on a guy that has more upside, but he has a pass, whether it be something off the field or an injury pass? Would you take that over a guy that maybe is more stable, but he doesn't have as high of a ceiling? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
Depends on the player. It depends on how high the upside is. Depends on. I mean, a perfect example of where it worked out is Warren Sapp. Warren Sapp had the I mean, it was marijuana, but back then it was thought of as a drug problem, and he dropped. He was gonna be the #1 pick in the draft. I don't remember where he went, but he went like mid-first round. That worked out. Randy Moss is another example. A guy that had character issues coming out of college. He dropped. Got a great deal there. Sometimes it works out. Sometimes it doesn't. I can give you examples where it doesn't too. So, if you really like the player, yeah, why not? I mean, if you think he has a really high upside and you're not in love with anybody else there, I would take a shot at it. Why not? Well, yeah, why not?
Oh, and you know, it's not talked about enough how often OBJ is injured. I saw something about that the other day. He has a really big injury history. He's gotten injured basically every year he's been in the league.
I talk about that every show with Bad Dog. I mean, he's only played, I think, 1 full season. I think, where he's played a full 16 games. So, yeah, no, he definitely has injury history, unfortunately, for the Giants. But there's not much we could do about it right now. I mean, he's on the team. They signed him to a 5-year deal. So, unless they're going to trade him, he's going to be here. Unfortunately. You know? Not that it's unfortunate. He's great, but there's no option with him. You can't, unless they could trade him. They got to deal with the injuries.
Yeah. So,
one guy I like for you guys is the Jacobs. The running back.
Yeah, I don't think the Eagles never invest in running backs at all. It's always like they'll take like a 4th round running back, or they'll get like a bunch of depth running backs in free agency. I don't expect them to take a running back in the first or second round.
Yeah, I just think that that's one of the places where he could potentially go, because you guys are picking around where I think he'll go, and you need a running back. I mean, there's a few teams that do, I guess, but you're one of the teams that I have him potentially going to, but. You're probably right. You guys haven't shown a history in the recent past, where you take a running back early in the draft. So you're probably right. I think you guys are going to want to probably bulk up that D-line because you're going to be losing Graham probably to free agency, right? I assume you don't think he's going to be back.
Yeah. No.
You know, so that's been your strength over the last couple of years is the D-line. So that's probably where you go if you like one there or an offensive lineman.
Yeah, that's where I agree with that too. It's either going to be a defensive line or offensive lineman.
Yeah. But I'm going to let you go, buddy, in case somebody wants to talk, unless you got anything else.
No, I'm good. Good show, by the way, as usual.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much for tuning in.
All right, yeah.
All right. Entertainah, I never get why some prospects don't participate in the combine. Example being a... Yes, you're talking about Kyler Murray. Now, is that official yet, by the way? Is that official that he's not going to entertain it talking Bert? Is that official that he's not going to throw at the combine, Mike? Because I heard that he may. That is not, it's up in the air. But I agree. I think it's stupid, especially for a player like him. Sam Darnold last year made a little more sense because Sam Darnold, everybody kind of knew he was going to be a top 3 pick. So he could only really hurt his stock by participating in the combine. Murray needs to help his stock. Oh, man, Joe Musa, thank you so much for the super chat. I really do appreciate that, my man. Thank you so much. He says, got to go and edit Volume 12. I'll listen to this later. He's going to have a lot to edit. I mean, I had a couple of really funny calls on this show. We had a great conversation in the chat between Kimber. Entertainah, I'm cooler than Kendra. I'm kidding. Kimber, the phone lines are low right now. I think now would be a perfect time for you to call in and promote your YouTube channel, and we could talk a little bit. I think this would be a good opportunity, Kimber. The phone lines are starting to die down. I think it would be an interesting call. I will take it. But thank you so much, Joe Moose. I really appreciate that. Philly, by the way. I'm glad you got to talk to Kimber. I think you guys are a match made in heaven. Match made in heaven. I think she would be great for your channel. You guys got to work together. Or you go on her channel, whatever, but... Yes. She's got to call in. I can't right now. Oh, she can't right now. Her daughter's screaming. All right, you got to pass. You got to pass. But I'm going to give it another 15 minutes. If nobody calls in, it seems like it's dying down. I think probably the Sports Fairy went live. I know they go live on Mondays. Oh, no, they're on vacation, but... Well, what's going on? You're live with the Entertainah.
It seems like it's dying down. I think probably the Sports Fairy went live. I know they go live on Mondays. Oh, no, they're on vacation, but...
Gotta turn down the volume.
Well, what's going on? It seems like it's dying down.
Gotta turn down the volume. Gotta turn down the volume. Sperm cell, can't talk about that. Can't talk about that. But, yeah, I'll talk to the chat for... yeah, of course you can call, Scott Thomas. You kidding me? Call in. Entertainah August Sport. Yeah, I appreciate that, Enzo. Thank you very much. Good. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. It hasn't been confirmed yet, okay. But, yeah, go ahead and call Scott. Love Scott. Scott's quite the character. Bavith. What's going on, Bavith? How you doing, buddy? Entertainah Talk. There you go, MH. Thank you very much for that. Oh, Kyler. I forgot what you were talking about. Yeah. That's what I thought. It was kind of, they were talking about it. All right. Is this Scott?
Oh, my God, it's me.
Scott Thomas is in the house. Oh, my God. What's going on, Scott Thomas? How you doing, buddy?
Happy 20,000 subs. Do you think if you had like a vagina, you would have like 100,000 subs by now?
Well, I don't have 20,000 subs. If I had a vagina, I'd probably have at least 20. Unfortunately.
Oh, you don't? Why am I calling?
Yeah, why the hell are you calling,
Okay.
Scott?
Okay, let me set this up. All right, I want to do a little song for you, and it's about you and a fellow YouTuber. All right, you pick them. All right.
You want me to just pick? You want me to pick a random YouTuber?
Yeah, just pick one out of the crowd. It's not about anybody but you and somebody else.
We'll go with Philly 500.
But okay, in a Fleabag motel somewhere in New York. All right. And there's a song parody I want to do. The Beatles' Norwegian Wood. Okay.
Norwegian Wood.
And I might need a little intro music. All right. I'm a little nervous.
No, but,
all right. So.
Do what you got to do, man.
Huh?
Do what you got to do.
Okay. Stuck in the 80s, hit it. Down, 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 down. Chris once had a girl, or should we say, he once had he. Chris took off his rug, biding his time, pounding his pug. They talked until 2, and then she said, how about some head? Ah, da, 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 da. Isn't it swell? New York motel. I'm drinking fizz vodka. I'm so wasted. I love you.
That was fantastic.
I'm happy whatever the hell you have, okay?
That was absolutely fantastic. Your voice is better than Bobby's. That was amazing. Beautiful.
Chris, I don't have any front teeth. I've been smoking for 40 years. I'm not good, but you're really a good friend, and I put that together. I over-practice. Like Jackie Gleason says, don't, what the fuck? Anyway, don't practice too much. It kind of ruins it. I mean, the first time I did it, it was really great, but anyway, I love you, Chris, and just wanted to end the show with that. And Joe won't go there, will he? Am I being?
I don't know. I don't
No.
know, but you did a fantastic job. That was the call of the night. What a great job you just did. You knocked it out of the park. Thank you so much for
Was
calling
it?
in. Oh yeah, you're beautiful. I'm gonna be surprised if after this show, hopefully somebody saw it. That you may get a call for a record deal.
No, stop it. I wait till the end of the show, like everybody goes to bed and
No, I know,
whatever.
I know. That was great though. That was great.
Anyway, you're a really good friend, and I've never sang karaoke. I'm afraid of everything. Like, no, I won't do that. But you're a really good friend, and I just wanted to end the show with a bang. I can't do the shotgun because the boss is here. She'll come out with big guns and shoot at me, and
that's
I
not
can't
a good,
do it.
That's not a good idea. That's not a good idea.
You did a really good job on that video, bro. Like, somebody's going to be calling, and when you blow up, I want you to remember me, okay?
Scott, I'm always going to remember you. You were the first person that shot a gun on my show.
Yeah, and you know what? I don't do loaded guns. That's why that little bit I did took so long, because like I'd open the breech and stick it in there and whatever. I don't play with loaded guns. It's bad. So anyway, I love you, Chris, and God, I might have to change my name tomorrow, but I think so far so good. And let me just end it now while it's okay. All right?
All right, buddy. All right.
I love you, brother.
All
Bye.
right. All right, Scott. Have a good one. Thank you for the call. Geomon, you will be the first one. You will be the first one. Now, do you want it on a 10x12? Do you want it on a fathead? Like, where do you want it? But yes, I will definitely. You will be the first one to get an autograph. Bavid says, how long are you going to go? Bavid, call in. I'll be live till 10. I'll take a call. Call in. Love Bavid. Splash, yeah, I stream every Giants game. I started about mid-season, but yeah, I stream every Giants game. All right. We're getting a call. What's going on? You're on live. I'm just going to answer, before you talk, I'm just going to answer Luke Baker's question real quick. I like R.J. Barrett, but not with the top 2 pick. I'd take him 3rd. What's going on? You're on live.
Hey, first time, long time here.
First time, long time. Who is this?
This is Fetty.
Fetty? Oh,
Yeah.
Seti.
What's going on, man?
It's Seti, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you from the chat. What's going on, man?
I just want to know, would you be heartbroken if Odell's gone?
No.
Traded?
No, not at all. I'm
I think
not rooting for it, but if they get the right deal, no.
I just think we would be a better team without Odell.
Depends.
I know he's a good wide receiver, but he's small, injury prone. I figure trade him while you can.
It depends. Like I said, it depends on the deal. If you're getting a high first-round draft pick for him, you do it in a second. And it's nothing against Odell. Having a high first-round draft pick is so valuable in this league, in modern-day NFL with the salary cap. I don't agree with the signing only because of the money that he got. $20 million for a wide receiver. Winning teams don't sign receivers to that much money. So it's nothing to do with Odell. What?
I know he's a big heart, but he is a distraction, and he's like one big injury from in his career, I think.
Yeah, like I said, I know he's a great player. I'm not rooting for the Giants to trade him, but if they do and they get the right deal, there's no. Listen, as I always say this, I root for the name on the front of the jersey. I don't root for the name on the back. And if you're gonna get a deal for Odell Beckham that's worth it, you trade him. I would trade any player on my team if it's the right deal.
I ended with this. I just think this transition to a run first team, and that'll help our defense out. Thanks for listening.
All right, my man. Thank you so much for calling in. Of course, Giamon. Who would you trade? I would take Morant second. Luke, what's going on? You're on live.
Yo, what up, Chris? Finally. It's been like 2 hours.
Who is this? Oh, Ronaldo.
Ronaldo. Yeah.
Ronaldo.
I swear, dude, you're a celeb. Oh, fuck, you're a celebrity. Yeah.
I love this guy. I hope we get to meet one day. What's going on, man?
We will be. First week, Giants versus Jets. Book it.
Oh, that's awesome, man. I'm looking forward to it. So what's going on, brother?
Nothing. I just been a little, confused. You and Rover have the same amount of subs. I swear, I can get on Rover's calls in, 2 seconds. Here, it's like a war, bro. I swear.
Well,
I've never seen anything like it.
I think the difference between his channel and mine, a lot of his subs are there for his film reviews. And a lot of my subs...
So he's irrelevant.
No, not irrelevant.
So you say he's irrelevant.
No. His film reviews are awesome. I could never do that. I think, but that's the majority of his subscribers are there for that. They're not there for live shows. a lot of the subscribers I picked up were from live streams. I think that's why the call-in shows are busier.
No offense, I only spent like 2 minutes on the Mets video because I really am not a Mets fan, but I just looked at it and I said this sounds like an HBO show. Like you really need to get booked or something.
I wanted to try something. I wanted to try something different.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. You got a view, so that counts.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Yeah. Oh, so who do you root for in baseball?
I'm a Yankees fan. I used to be a Mets fan because my uncle had me switch over, and I was like, "Yep."
How do you switch teams?
Well, what do you mean? Like, how many championships do I have to miss out on? I'm already a Jets fan. So, let's keep it real, bro. You gotta give me some leeway here.
Before I got on YouTube, I thought that the majority, and I still think this, but I think it's much closer than I thought. I thought that the majority of Jet fans were Met fans and the majority of Giant fans were Met fans. Obviously, I'm an outsider. I do Giants, Mets. You do Yankees, Jets. And I have found that a lot of Jet fans are Yankee fans, which is surprising to me. I would have thought,
because we fed up. If we had one crappy team, why have two?
I hear you.
Have one dynasty.
I hear you. I hear you. But, yeah, I mean, if I go back in time, life would have been a lot easier if I picked the Yankees. Unfortunately, I went with the underdog.
Well, life would have been a lot easier. No, actually, I can't say that. The Giants will never beat.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like the Giants have 4 Super Bowls, but it's not like they're the Patriots where they're dominant.
Yeah, just nice little silent brag there. You got 4 Super Bowls.
Yeah, I mean, they only have 4. I mean, we need 2 more to get to the top.
You know that's not happening anytime soon with Eli, right?
You never know, man. You never know.
That's the delusional Giants fan for you. You never know, man.
Anything else you got, Ronaldo? And I think he did blow his nose, Bavith. It sounded like it.
No, I'm really stuffy. I have like this condition, this medical condition. It's weird, but it is what it is. But no, I just want to check up on you, see how's life being a celebrity, and the most talked about man on YouTube. I swear.
I appreciate the call, man. I appreciate you for being a great subscriber. You always make me laugh. So thank you for calling in.
All right, see you, Chris. Have a good night.
All right, my man. Dire Giants fan, yeah, I'm definitely going to do that. I'm going to do part 2 of the Mets first because I did part 1. I'm going to do 87 to present day, and then I'll probably get started on the Giants. And that's going to be like a multi-part video because they started in 1925. So I'll probably do something like 1925 to like 1950, break it down in like 25-year increments. What's going on? You're on live.
Hey, it's Sam from New Jersey.
This is not the other Sam. This is the Sam from New Jersey. We got a call from the other Sam earlier. What's going on, the Sam?
I just wanted to call in. I don't know if you're familiar with the Big Blue podcast.
I am.
Man, Captain Negative was going off on Odell Sunday, and I was just listening to that podcast. I want to appreciate how, I get how you, wouldn't mind trading him, but you act like he's not dirt. They talk about him like he did nothing for this organization, and it kind of makes me mad.
No, it's no. That's never fair. I don't like when Giant fans do that, and it's not just for Odell. They do it for Eli too. They do it for a lot of players. I have found on YouTube, and I knew this before I went on YouTube, but even more so now, that a lot of Giant fans just pick players to hate. Like Odell's a perfect example. Rover Sports. I love Rover Sports. He hates Odell. Odell could do nothing right in his eyes. And there's other people that hate on Eli no matter what happens. And I know that both players have their faults, but obviously as a Giants fan, you want them to succeed. I see Odell's shortcomings. I always say it. I think he's bad with the media. I think he needs to grow up. But when he's on the field, he's a great player. He is. I wouldn't have given him the contract, though. I always say that. But now that he's here, he's here. I'm not going to root against the guy. I'm going to hope he does well.
Yeah, I really can't see him getting traded. I think what you really have to do here is just assume he's part of the future. And I'm really buying into Haskins the more I see from Haskins just in his film and stuff. I was watching him and Eli's film today, and there's basically not a throw that Eli made this year that Haskins can't.
Right.
And a lot of the Giants' routes that they run are crossers, and that's what Eli was
Well,
throwing
that's
all
what
plays
Haskins
this year.
specializes in. That whole
Yeah.
offense is crosses.
And again, I was watching a YouTube video today. It was all the third downs from the Giants season. And Eli, I think he probably threw it past the chains maybe like 5 times. It was a lot of short stuff, which like I get the O-line and stuff, but the mobility, even that Haskins, like he's not known for his speed, but I feel like he would have a little more awareness in the pocket, and at least he has average speed and average quickness.
No, I'm a Haskins guy. Now, I always say I'm not a Haskins guy. I think there's a lot of Giants fans that want to take Haskins no matter what. I'm not one of those guys.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of people that say take the quarterback no matter what. I'm not one of those guys. If there's a guy there that they like more, take the best available player. I do realize, though, that they have an opportunity this year to take a quarterback because you don't know where you're going to be picking next year. But you can't just take a quarterback to take a quarterback. I always say that. I like Haskins, though. I think Haskins could be a good pro. I'm not in love with him, but I like him. And he has a lot of tools that I think the Giants look for. I think it's a good match. And the other thing I'll say is if he's even a good quarterback, with those weapons, if you could fix the O-line, he's going to play great.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you don't need a superstar quarterback to play great. If you look at Jared Goff, I always say it. Look at Jared Goff. Look at the pieces that he has. He has an all-world running back. He's got a good receiving core. He's got a good offensive line. And he's got a good defense.
Mitch Trubisky, too. I guess he is Jordan Howard, Tariq Cohen, that hell of a defense. I don't think he's that good, to be honest. And he makes the correct throws and ends up winning games.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm not going to be upset no matter what they do because I know the Giants have a ton of holes. I'm not going to be one of these guys that's crying if they don't take a quarterback, but I'm also not going to be crying if they do.
I just think it's right. Like, if Haskins is there at 6, I can't see them. I would really struggle getting over the fact that they passed him up if he's there at 6.
All right, now, and I love Tevin. Tevin's a good Giant fan. I'm just reading the chat because he's kind of talking about what we're talking about. I think I like Tevin. I think he's passionate. I think he's willing to speak his mind, which I really like. But that's not fair what you're saying about Eli. He said what made Eli average is him winning 2 Super Bowls, implying that Eli was a below-average quarterback for his career. That's completely false. That's completely false. That's not being fair. Eli Manning was an above-average quarterback for his career. The last 5 or 6 years, as much as people might not want to admit it, the Giants did not provide him with an offensive line. And Eli Manning was an above-average quarterback. Eli Manning went from being one of the top 5, 6, 7 quarterbacks in 2011, and actually that year I think he was borderline MVP. He was that good the year they won that Super Bowl. He went from being an elite quarterback to falling off the next year. That doesn't happen. The reason he fell off, maybe not 2012, but 2013 he started to fall off, wasn't because he was 33 years old. It's because they didn't provide him with the offensive line. The offensive line fell apart after all those guys left. So that had a lot to do with it. Eli Manning was an above-average quarterback. But go ahead.
I just feel like it was both the O-line and Eli. I mean, I guess you could blame it all on the O-line, but at some point you're going to have to also blame Eli a bit. And I do feel like Odell and some of the weapons kind of extended his career, if that makes... Because remember the playoff year? Odell won several games for the team. Like the Dallas game, the 10-7 one, the slant. I mean, the Ravens game, a couple of those games, Odell, everyone's forgetting now. I guess he behaved a little bit better back then, and I just feel like a lot of it's being forgotten, and the Giants fans are kind of just throwing him under the bus like he's... I don't know. I don't think he's being treated fairly.
Yeah, I'll say this, and you're right. He does get targeted by both the fans and the media. And sometimes I get targeted more than I probably should. I'll be the first to say it. But Odell brings a lot of that heat on himself. You have to be fair.
Oh, yeah. I get that, yeah. I just feel like some of the... they're going to pick at him, pretty much whatever he does. And I feel like some of it's not necessary. But... And, I'm just not a fan of the guys that, even if... They won't even compliment his play. I get... Yeah, make fun of him on the media, and he doesn't handle that well. He's an ass on social media, I get that. But, I mean, the guy's really good at football.
Oh, he's great. He's one of the top. I have him ranked 3rd. I think he's the 3rd best receiver in the league. And you could argue you could argue 1, you could argue 2. You could have him ranked anywhere from 1 to 4. He's definitely not any lower than 4. He's a top.
I think him and Hopkins are in the league of their own.
I
not
have
really a guy.
I have Hopkins 1, but you could certainly argue OBJ 1. I have Hopkins 1 because of what he did. He did it with less. I mean, he had Brian Hoyer as his quarterback. He was putting up 1,600 yards, and he had no weapons. They had.
Well,
no
Odell has had Eli though, and I'm not comparing Eli to Hoyer, but
yeah, but okay, you want to argue that Eli's not been great, but you could also say that who were the other receivers on that team? When I mean, now he's had better receivers, but Hopkins' other receivers, he had nobody. I mean, he's always had other. You know what I'm saying? So I think Hopkins was in a much worse situation. He still put up the numbers. So I have Hopkins at 1, and I'll probably have. I got to go Brown 2, and I'd have OBJ 3.
Yeah.
But
even
I mean,
Brown's more of a diva, I think, than OBJ.
No, he is. No, he is. And if Brown played in New York, he'd hear a lot more of it from the media.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah. But I'm going to let you go in case somebody else wants to call in. But always, you have a great calls, man. I appreciate you calling in, buddy.
Yep.
All right, man.
Good night.
Have a good. I didn't mean to cut him off there. Have a good night, man. AB is not over. Yeah, I don't think AB's overrated. I mean, the numbers that guy put up for 5-6 years straight. I mean, what's going on? You're on live with the Entertainah. Thank you for calling in.
Yo, how you doing, man? It's the Detonator.
Detonator's the best. Long time no talk.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm taking a shit. I mean, yeah. So, how you doing?
How you doing, buddy?
Eating at, talking to you. That's all I'm doing right now. So.
All right. What do you want to talk about?
Sports. I don't know. Are you a big fan of them?
By the way, I'm going to let you talk. But Vith, I think you're 5'16". If you are, just write yes, and I will take you next. But go ahead.
So, free agency is right around the corner, but how are your Mets looking in spring training so far?
It's spring training. I'm not going to look too much into it. The game that I streamed the other day, they didn't even play the starters. The only starter they had out there was the catcher. DeGrom pitched 1 inning. So I'm not going to look too much into spring training. Alonso's looked encouraging. Alonso's driven the ball well. The rookie prospect, the first baseman, hit a home run his first at bat. Hit the ball hard. He hit a double yesterday. I don't know how he did today. I didn't get to watch the game. I don't even know if he played. But Alonso's looked promising. So I guess that's the one thing I could take out of spring training so far.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really watch a lot of spring training, or I don't think I even watched it before. I didn't even know it even existed until like this year. So, I mean, it goes for that. And the real season starts in March or April?
I think sometimes it starts like the last day of March, but it's April. It's like April 1st, 2nd, 3rd. It starts at the beginning of April.
I'm excited for this year. I think the Yankees, I know everyone's like, oh, the Yankees are always going to be great. I mean, but if you really look at like our past years since like 2009, we haven't really had like a really great standout season. Last year was like our like a great opening door, like, okay, this is something we can improve on. We can be something great for the next year. And I think the Yankees are going to do really, really well this next year.
So you're another one. And by the way, Asia, I'll let you call in too. I'm going to take Bavith first. He's been here since Philly 500. Thank you so much. Philly 500 is the best. Doesn't need to do that. I really appreciate that. He says, great stream, Entertainah. # fake alien invasion, fake moon landing, Giants are real, dream stream. Philly 500, man. I cannot wait to do the dream stream with you. Thank you so much. But go over there and sub him up. Just do it. Just do it. You won't regret it. He's hysterical. Sir Cardinal. Sir Cardinal's in the chat. Sub him up too. I love Sir Cardinal. Yeah. So you're another one of these guys, a Jet and Yankee fan.
I am. I know, it's very weird.
This is
My
a
dad's
weird
a Jets
comment. You
fan.
got you got Ronaldo. What is going on? What's with the Jets and the Yankees?
I'm a Jets, Nets, Yankees fan. If I had to pick a hockey team, it'd be the Devils.
I'm gonna convince you to become a Mets fan. I'm gonna bring you over to the dark side.
No, my dad has tried to do that to me plenty of times, but it's not gonna work. It will never work. I will never go to the dark side of the Mets. You know, it's not a side I really want to be on. That's like the brown side. I mean, yeah.
Happy birthday, Ronaldo. Happy birthday, buddy. His birthday's in 2 hours. Happy birthday. So you're a year away from he's a year away from being able to go out to a bar with me.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He'll be 21 in a year. Right. But
now,
go ahead.
What's your opinion on the AAF so far? I mean, I think week 3 has been maybe the better of all the weeks so far in the league.
Oh, man, thank you so much, Movie Critic. You didn't have to do that. Thank you so much. He says, the Movie Critic is back, the best streamer. I can't wait to have our one-on-one video. Oh, definitely in April we're going to do that. Definitely in April. Thank you very much, Movie Critic. Dane Martin, what's going on? Thank you for tuning into the stream. I'm sorry, I got thrown off there. What would you ask me? Oh, the AAF. The AAF to me has been a horrible product. I'm trying to like it. The players are just bad. And there's been a few guys. Some of the quarterbacks have been better than I thought they would be. Lopez is a pretty good quarterback. The guy on the Orlando, I can't remember his name off the top of my head, is pretty good. I think he went to Texas University. There's a couple of guys that looked all right. Charles Johnson's played very well, the wide receiver over there on Orlando. But overall, it's a bad product. I mean, they drop a ton of balls, ton of penalties, ton of injuries. It's sloppy football, but it's football.
Yeah, it's just like, it's not like the real thing. It's like, let's say you want to get like an actual Coca-Cola product, but you just go to like that cheap-ass A&P kind of shit you have right next to your house, and like, I'm getting that because it's cheaper.
That's what it is. That's what it is. That's exactly. It's like minor league baseball, essentially. That's what it is.
It's a butt plug for presents thing. What? Yeah. So, yeah. So, how was your night been?
It's been all right. I got to talk to some people. I got to talk to you. It's been better now. I always appreciate it when you call in. I got to talk to Bobby Woodruff twice, and Bobby's very upset. Bobby got into a little altercation, but we're gonna work it out. But I'm gonna let you go because I got a few people trying to call in. I just want to say thank you for the call. Thank you for tuning in.
Oh, anytime.
All right, buddy. Have a good one.
Thank you too.
And we will be taking Bavit if he's still here. I don't know if he is. I didn't see him talking in the chat. But if he's still here, I'm going to give him 30 seconds. I know it's 516. Oh, QC, by the way, I meant to answer your question. You had asked me what kind of... There he is. I think this is Bavit. You had asked me what kind of music I like, QC. It's classic rock is my favorite. Is this Bavit?
Yes, it is.
Bavit! What's going on? I love Bavit. What's going on, buddy?
Yeah, Chris, you gotta be honest with me right now.
Okay.
Real talk right now.
Real talk.
Have you touched madness since you got it?
No, but I promise. I gotta get on it. I actually bought the internet thing too. I gotta find that. I don't know what I did with it. I bought the card for the internet to play on the internet. It cost me like $60. So I gotta look and find that, and I promise. Thank you so much. He says, I eat booty, I love you, daddy. Thank you so much for the super chat. But, he's weird. But, I'm definitely going to get it going. Maybe, the thing is, I'm always busy with work and YouTube, but, Tuesday I have the show tomorrow, so I can't do it Tuesday. Wednesday I got the show with Bad Dog. Thursday, I will set up my PlayStation and I'll start playing. You have my word. Thursday.
Yeah, no problem.
I don't know if it's not going to be on YouTube, but I'll start playing it.
Yeah, man, I understand. You know, you're a really busy cable guy, taking shit to people's houses. You know, I understand. But
yeah, that's a true story. That's a true story.
So, what I was wondering is, KD, Kyrie, signed to the Knicks next year. With, obviously more surrounded players. What do you think the record would be?
All right, if KD and Kyrie are on the Knicks, what's their record going to be? They draft. Obviously, they're gonna have a high draft pick. So, all right, let's hypothetically say they get Zion Williamson. They get the #1 pick. KD, Kyrie, Zion Williamson. 53, 54 wins.
Yeah, I see that.
I'll go 54 and 28 if they get those players.
Would you be mad if we got R.J. Barrett instead of Zion Williamson?
No. I think R.J. Barrett's a very good player. I mean, obviously, if they have the #1 pick, they're taking Zion Williamson. But if they have, like, the second or third pick and they take R.J. Barrett, no. R.J. Barrett's... Now, I don't love his shooting percentage. His shooting percentage is kind of but from three. But he has high upside. He's been compared to Kobe when he was in high school. No, R.J. Barrett could be a great pro. He's still young. He's 19 years old. He could get a lot better. And his jump shot could get a lot better. So... I like R.J. Barrett a lot. High upside guy. I'd be thrilled. I'd be thrilled with any. Cam Reddish I'd be happy with. John Morant. There's a lot of guys at the top of the draft I'd be happy with. Zion I'd be thrilled. But Zion, I will say, does have... I'm more worried that he'll get hurt than an R.J. Barrett because of his... He's almost 300 pounds. He's 6'8", like 285. So he's going to be a freak. But the question is he going to get hurt? Because that's a big boy.
And I'm trying to make a quick analogy right now.
Yeah.
You
You got a chance to rob a bank, $300 million. If you get caught, 4 years in jail. If you don't, $300 million in your bank account.
Wait. Before we go on. So I'm going to get $300 million if I don't get caught. If I get caught, I don't get a dime, and I go to jail for what? How long?
4 years, that's it.
All right, 4 days in jail, no money.
4 years. 4 years.
4 years in jail.
Yeah.
Or
yes.
Okay, what's the stipulation?
That's it. You're gonna rob the bank, $300 million, or you're gonna go 4 years in jail if you get caught. And if you go to jail, you might have like a big beefy jail partner, like, hey, Chuck Sharks here.
I'm just gonna not do it. I'm gonna steer clear and not risk going to jail and robbing from a bank and having Chuck Shorts come up to me at in prison. So I am gonna not do it. I'm gonna pass on robbing a bank.
All right. Well, my analogy was leading to Kyler Murray. If he was to be drafted, we could get a really huge payout for him. And if he's a bust, that's 4 years gone with him. That's what I was trying to say. That's $300 million. Are you not taking that?
Okay, so you're basically equating Kyler Murray to the $300 million, and if you miss, you waste 4 years in quarterback hell if you miss. So that was the comparison. I just said I'm not taking the chance, so I'm not taking Kyler Murray.
So no wage. So if we drafted, would you be mad? Would you be mad? Honestly,
no. I'm not gonna be mad. I'm not gonna be mad no matter what we do. The Giants have so many holes. Unless they take someone ridiculous, I'm not gonna be mad. But I don't think. First off, I don't think the Giants are gonna take him. He doesn't fit what they're looking for, a quarterback. And he wouldn't be my first choice. But I'm not gonna be upset if they take him. I recognize what people see in the guy. He's dynamic. So I'm not gonna be upset. He just wouldn't be my first choice.
All right, man. So that's all I got for tonight.
All right, man. Thank you so much for calling in.
And one more thing.
Bavita's the best. Colby, have a good night. I appreciate that, Colby. Thank you very much. And I will be waiting. I told Asia I would take her call. So I'm gonna let Asia call in. I appreciate that, Scott Thomas. Build up the community. He's another late receiver. Oh, I missed what he initially said. You're on your phone. You mean you're on your phone with somebody else? Okay, go ahead and call, Asia. Go ahead and call. I'm waiting for 917. Colby, what's going on? Thank you for tuning in to the stream. Kimber Kiss, I appreciate that. Kimber Kiss, you need to call in. What's going on, Asia? Thank you for calling in.
Hey, Chris.
What's up? How you doing?
I'm alright.
All right. Well, that's good to know. What do you want to talk about?
What's up with your Mets today, man?
What you say?
What's up with your Mets today?
What's up with my Mets today? They tied.
Yeah.
They tied, didn't they?
Oh, you see the Nets beat the Spurs again.
The Nets. What? Am I that funny already? I don't think I told many jokes. I hear you laughing a lot.
No, I don't laugh when I get nervous.
Oh, okay. Nothing to be nervous about, Asia. We're talking sports. We're talking sports.
Oh, you said thank you for making me a mod, but can you make me a mod on my phone? Because I'm not a mod on my phone.
Really? I don't know how to do that. I mean, I don't know how. I just know how to make somebody a mod. I don't know how to. You should be a mod on the phone, but I don't know how that works.
Mm.
Yeah, if I knew how to do it, I would. I honestly don't know how to make somebody a phone mod.
So what day you coming to City Field? Forgot.
I'm coming the second. I think it's the second home game. The second home game of the year for the Mets. It's a Sunday, so it's a Sunday game in the first series against the against the Nationals.
All right. My stand is on top, so you looking for me?
I will definitely be looking for you. You said you're in the 400s, right?
Yeah, 413 in the full court.
Hold on. Let me write it in the notes. I can't forget that. Asia is in section 413. Let me write that in the notes. And I'm gonna hang up on this person right now. I'm talking to Asia. Let me put this in section 413. And there you go. I got it written down. I'm ready to go. April.
Oh, somebody in chat want me to make Glad Jedi a mod too.
Last Jedi is a mod.
Oh.
Kimber Kiss is not a mod. I gotta make Kimber Kiss a mod, but Last Jedi is a mod. But anything else, Asia?
No, that's it. I just will call and see how you doing. That's it.
Well, I appreciate the call. I appreciate you tuning into the stream. I hope you had a good time.
Alright. Expecting that kiss.
Asia wants that kiss at the Met game. All right, we'll see. We'll see. We will see.
All right.
All right, Asia. Have a good one. I didn't mean to hang up on her. I apologize about that. Getting a call from a 646 number. What's going on? You're on live.
Are you serious? You don't know who this is?
I probably should.
Yes. This is the Movie Critic. He is
Oh,
back.
the Movie Critic is back. The Movie Critic. The Movie Critic. I love this guy. What's going on, Movie Critic? How you doing?
Nothing. Just watching the stream, and I actually had thought of a question for you regarding the Mets.
Okay.
So, with the Mets, who would be a top hitter?
I missed it again. No, somebody asked me a question again. I just want to see it because he asked me it earlier. Let me just answer that real quick. Sorry you missed my comment. I was asking about Andy Isabella, the slot receiver he's talking about from UMass. He's a study at a 200-yard game and a 300-yard game. He's a receiver. Yeah, he really impressed at the Senior Bowl, Mike Nixon. I don't know where he's being projected. What is he, a second or third round guy? If you get him in the fourth round, maybe. Makes sense because obviously we're going to be probably losing Shepard, like we said. I'm not wasting one of my top 2 picks on a receiver because we got Odell Beckham. But in the 4th, 5th round, if he's there, yeah, I don't think he will be, though, but he could be. What's going on?
You talking to me?
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, it's okay. So what I was thinking was, the question I had was, so if you were the Mets, who would you sign as a free agent, pitcher or hitter?
Well, I mean, free agency's pretty much close to done at this point. The Mets, their lineup is set. I mean, they're filled up. The first base, you're going Frazier / Cano / Alonso if he plays well, and he looks like he is. Second base, you're going Cano. Shortstop, you're going Rosario. Third base, you got Jed Lowry. You can put Frazier there. You got options throughout the infield. Catcher, you got Ramos. In the outfield, you're going to go Conforto. You're going to go Nimmo. The only possibility is center field, but there's no center fielders on the market. So you're going Lagares in center to start the year. You're going to mix and match with McNeil. He's going to play some corner outfield. So the lineup's pretty set. You're not bringing in a hitter at this point. Pitching, you could bring in a starter, and the same thing I've been saying. I would go Gio Gonzalez if it's the right contract. That's the guy that I think the Mets could potentially be looking at. You know?
Yeah.
But anything else?
Yeah. So out of this Mets lineup, who's your favorite player?
Probably Conforto. Conforto. The problem with Conforto, he's been banged up. He's got a beautiful swing. Conforto's got one of those beautiful, picture-perfect lefty swings. He's got that up. I'll tell you, he'd be perfect in Yankee Stadium with the short porch. He would hit 45 home runs a year there. But he's got that gorgeous slight uppercut, lefty swing. If he can stay healthy, Conforto's going to be a superstar. He's got to stay healthy.
Right.
You know?
Yep.
And I like Nimmo too, Sentinel. I like Nimmo too. But anything else, buddy?
Yeah, I just have one last question.
All right.
Before I get off the phone, because I know you have other people calling in. Yes, so what I was going to ask is about the Knicks, actually. So what do you think if the Knicks get, like, Jimmy Butler and somebody else because they can't land Kevin Durant? Would you be upset with that?
Yep. That would be the worst thing. that would be the worst thing the Knicks could ever do. Matter of fact, Movie Critic, I never want you to hear.
Yeah.
I never want to hear the words Jimmy Butler come out of your mouth again. I want no part of Jimmy Butler. Get him out of here. I want no part of Jimmy Butler.
I'm sorry. I don't want him either, but I could see the Knicks doing something stupid like this. That's all I'm saying.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
I hope they don't. Yeah. It wasn't like I want it to happen. I was just curious.
Some Knicks fans want it. I've talked to some Knicks fans that want it. I want
Really?
no part of it. No part of it.
Yeah, me neither. He's a locker room cancer. I don't want that at all.
Yeah. But anyway,
Yeah.
thank you so much for calling in. And I'm
Of
gonna
course.
let you go.
Yes. All right, man. Take care.
And do me a favor, sum them up.
Can't wait. Can't wait for the next video about the Mets. history.
I'm hoping that I'll probably get. Thing is, I got to work on a lot of football videos too. So I gotta finish up a few videos that I had planned for football, but I'll definitely. A matter of fact, I was gonna do a video on the Giants, basically acting as if I was the GM. But I think I want to wait till after I see. There was something I wanted to wait for. I forgot what it was. There was something I wanted to wait for to see. Oh, the Landon Collins situation, because we don't know if he's gonna be franchise tagged yet. So I think I want to wait to do that until after Collins is franchised, and then I'll do that video. But I'm gonna let you go, buddy. Thank you for calling in.
Of course. All right, man. Take care. Bye.
All right, buddy. He would be the best player, but he's not worth a max contract, Tevin. That's the problem. You can't waste your cap space. And yes, Sentinel, Jet Central, probably 2 weeks before the baseball season, we're going to start up a weekly Met show. Sentinel, what's going on? You're on live.
Long-time listener, first-time caller. How you doing, Entertainah?
I'm going to take one guess here. Is this Philly 500?
This is the dingbat.
This
King
is
of all
the
dingbats.
dingbat. Dingbat was having a great conversation all night with Kimber.
Yeah, she's awesome. She's woke. She has had the red pill. It's awesome.
What's going on, buddy? What's going on?
I had some people asking me if I would call you, so I just got home and I figured I should give you a call and tell all your listeners that they need to go online tonight and look up Space Shuttle Challenger astronaut still alive. They're
Hold on. Let me repeat it again. Space Shuttle astronaut still alive. That's the conspiracy.
Challenger astronaut.
Challenger astronaut. Still alive.
Yes, still alive. And you will see them, and they are 50 years old, and they are alive and well, my friend. Because let's face it, if you're an astronaut fake in space and then your ship is supposed to blow up, where are you going to go? They got to either off you or you got to go into hiding. That's it.
So you think they're in hiding?
Oh, I know it. No. I mean, they're not even in hiding anymore. They're running companies. They're teachers. Just go look it up. You'll be shocked.
Oh God, Philly 500. He is quite the character. There's nobody like him. There is nobody like him.
Nobody. There's only one dope, and that's me. That's it.
Whenever you call in, you lighten up the show. I love when this guy. By the way, anybody who's not subscribed to this guy, please sub him up. You always get a good laugh. He brings a lot of good sports knowledge to the table. Really good guy. Sub him up. And we're talking about potentially doing a joint channel off of my channel, something more fun, where we do movie stuff. So we're gonna be working.
Hey, I'm in with you on that.
I think that channel will be awesome. It's not for everybody, like I said. The sports content I will leave here, but I think it would be cool to do that. Get some good laughs, have fun with you. I love you. I would love to do that.
I love you too.
Yeah, what is there not to love? We love each other. We do.
We do. We love each other. We're good like that.
Yeah. But anything else, buddy?
Well, I'm a nervous wreck about this Bryce Harper situation, but I'm trying not to talk about it because I don't want to jinx it. You know what I mean? And then I'm very proud of my accomplishments of being banned from all NASA live streams in which they're on the ISS or space shuttle launches. This means that I'm on the right track.
I think that Bryce Harper is going to be a Philly. And I hate saying that as a Mets fan. I'd be very... Now, I will say there's been times in the past with baseball players where I get surprised. I'm trying to think of an example. I think Griffey was surprised when he went to the Reds. I don't think that people saw that coming. So there's been surprises, but everything's pointing towards the Phillies.
Yeah, I hope so, because this has been hell the last few days. And I've been biting my tongue because I'm afraid whatever I say is going to jinx it. So I'm just hoping.
Yeah, I think you're going to get him. I really do. And another thing I'm going to say, I can't wait till the Mets play the Phillies this year. We're going to work out a game where we stream it together. That should be a lot of fun.
Absolutely. I cannot wait. I love beating up on the Mets.
All right, Philly. I just want to. I'm gonna close this out soon, but once again, I just want to say
brother.
thank you so much for calling in. Great call. You always make me laugh. Go over there and sub
Thank
them
you,
up.
man. Thank you. You're the best. And everybody, Challenger Space Shuttle astronauts are still alive. Look it up.
There you go. Thank you so much for calling in, buddy. He's the best.
All right. Peace.
All right, Philly. Oh my God, they are alive, except maybe one astronaut. Connorberg says, Papa, make me sauce. All right, I will. Mike Nixon, the mock drafts I have seen have Isabella going in the 4th round. Do you know if he could get invited to the combine? Mike Nixon, I don't. Maybe. I don't know. I know he blew it away at the Senior Bowl, and everybody's been talking about him. He was the talk of the Senior Bowl. I would love to have a receiver like that on the Giants, especially with Shepard leaving. 4th round, I might take a stab on him. The Giants have enough picks to have the luxury to take a receiver there. Kimber Kiss, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. What's going on? You're on live.
You know, all I wanted to do was call a sports show.
Uh-oh.
And now,
I think Bobby Woodruff woke a sleeping giant here.
You know, now this is turning into like the Corleones against the Tatalias. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know if I should go on the lam now or what. I mean, I don't know if I should have my wife pack our bags and we gotta go cross country. I don't know. I might have to go into hiding.
This is Mark Israel. For anybody who just tuned in, Mark Israel and Bobby Woodruff have had a little beef. I don't know what's going on here. Bobby might be waking up with a fish next to his pillow tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, look, I was hoping maybe you could broker a sit down and we can come to some kind of peace offering here, you know?
I think we're going to have to do that. I think we're going to have to do that. We're going to have to work this out with Bobby and Mark, sit them down, talk this out. I mean, you guys are both great subscribers. So I think we're going to have to work this out.
Absolutely. And no, Bobby, when I talked about the gun, it was did not mean to infer that I wanted to shoot you. That was not it. It was to infer that because of your Liberace-like voice, I wanted to shoot myself in the head. There's nothing to do with killing you. But no, I just wanted to make that clear. That's all.
All right, Bobby.
But
So you heard it.
Yeah, Bobby, I really love you, buddy, but you could do us all a favor, and especially me. Buy yourself a voice modulator, and when you do call Chris, you use the modulator because that voice is driving me up a wall.
I love the voice. It stands out. It's energetic. I love the voice, but I get it. The Liberace comparison, I get it. Very entertaining. And Bobby Woodruff says that you're a wanker. So
okay. All right. And also, I think because I went back, the reason why I called back is I went back. I was listening to my pod before I rewound the video, or whatever. But and then I heard what he had said, and he wants to know why I'm not in the chat. That's because I would never be able to withstand being denigrated by him in the chat room. So that's why I don't. That's
That's what I thought. Bobby wanted me to ask you. I don't know if you heard. He just
Sure,
asked
go ahead.
Have you ever heard of the show Rhoda? RHODA.
Yeah, I didn't realize he was that old, but yeah, I've heard of Rhoda.
He says that there's a character on the show that you sound identical to.
No. Yeah, I heard what he said. Yeah, I know that character. I don't know. Should I be happy about that, or should I be sad about that? I really don't know.
I think you should be happy. I mean, the guy was an actor. He probably, semi-celebrity. I guess that's a compliment.
Yeah, I guess. Oh, and also, Bobby said something about he had a friend who owns a deli or something, and he was talking about catering somewhere for you guys or something.
Right.
Well, I have a friend out in California that that does some catering. If you want me to give him a buzz, I could do that for you.
Well, that'll help. It's a good location. The food
Okay.
the food will all be rotted by the time it gets to the stadium, but That's a good idea.
Oh.
I like the thinking outside of the box.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You know, I never thought of that. I guess you're right. Okay. All right. But I just want to say, no, Bobby, I really love you. You're a great caller. And, you know, no hard feelings, buddy. Don't get so aggravated. You're going to give yourself an aneurysm.
Oh, God, this guy, I love Mark Israel. The original jerk-off, back at it again. Thank you so much for calling in, Mark.
All right, buddy. Have a good one.
All right, you too. Have a good one. Bobby says Mr. Wanker sucks. This has been so much fun. I'm going to go another 10, 15 minutes. Fight for the bacon. Rogue Dog says Bobby is Yeah, he's breaking your balls. He's breaking your balls. This ain't serious. What's going on?
Hello?
Hello?
Want to talk Mets real quick?
Yeah. Who's this?
This is Matt. Marty?
Yeah. Let's talk Mets.
All right, so you hear about the new pitcher, Ethan Chang? Great prospect.
Oh, there's a prank call.
No, I swear.
Yeah, I remember you guys calling in with the Stephen Chang stuff before. It's a prank call.
No, I swear, I do. I tried to call you like a week ago or 2 weeks ago when they were saying like what town and stuff. That's Ethan Chang's wife.
I got a super chat. I just want to say thank you very much for the super chat legend. You're the best. Thank you very much. No, that is a prank.
Ethan Chang's coach, Ken Carlton, bro. That's why they were. I was trying to call you last week. That's why they were saying what town.
What?
Ethan Chang's coach, Ken Carlton. He was saying what town, and it kind of went viral, and that's why they were all saying it in the chat like a week ago.
All right, do me a favor. Type it in the notes after. I'll look them up. It sounds like a prank,
right.
but you can type them in the notes.
No, dude, I swear, bro. I wouldn't do that. That's messed up.
All right, man. Thank you for
You're
calling.
working hard. You're working hard for this.
All right, buddy. Thank you so much for calling. I appreciate that. Thank you.
See ya.
All right. Shout out Legend. Yeah, Legend. Yeah, man. Legend's awesome. I love Legend. I haven't seen Legend in a little while. I love Legend. Legend's awesome.
Legend. Yeah, Legend. Yeah, man. Legend's awesome. I love Legend. I haven't seen Legend in a while.
I'm gonna
wait. I love Legend. Legend. Yeah, Legend. Yeah, man. Legend's awesome. I love Legend.
I love hearing my voice.
I haven't seen Legend. I'm gonna wait. Legend's awesome.
I love hearing my voice. All right, thank you for that. Thank you for that. All right, we'll be taking another caller or two, and we'll be next call. You're on live with the Entertainah. Thank you for calling in.
Hey, yo, I don't know if you guys know this, but Chris likes to eat ragu sauce-filled hot dogs.
Chris Sinor, the son I never had, is on the line. What is going on, buddy? How are you?
Oh, nothing. Just came back from pitching practice.
Oh, pitching practice. You blow your arm out with the throw on the sidearm in the submarine that I told you not to do?
Yep. Yeah, I think I blew up my arm, but, it's okay. I got to put some icy hot on it,
You can't do that. But real quick, I got a question for you. Have you memorized the Dolphin song?
No. I'm still actually memorizing it. I'm still processing it in my brain. Like, I don't get the song. I mean, Philly 500. He's my dad. He's Chris. By the way, if you guys don't know this, me and Joe Lutz are brothers. Chris actually has an affair with Philly 500, and yeah, me and Joe Lutz are his sons.
Okay.
And then Kimber Kiss, when she divorces, Chris is gonna marry her, and yeah.
Oh God, Kristen, you are a lunatic. But I am gonna have to ask you to sing the Bad Dog song. I need to hear it.
Oh, the classic, it's the classic song. It never gets old. It's like Michael Jackson. It never gets old.
All right.
Never gets old.
Let's hear it.
Okay. Mad dog is a mad dog 'cause the Giants always stink, and they stink, and don't forget about the mad.
Whoa!
I added a little spice in there.
Whoa!
A little Cajun seasoning.
Whoa! What's about
a little Cajun?
Whoa! There was never Mets in that song.
Now it is, Chris. I'm taking shots at the Mets. Okay, it's Padre Town in there. Go Padre!
Wow, Chris Sinor. Wow. I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't like that. I'm just messing with you, Chris. You still there? Did I lose Chris? I lost him. Chris, have a good night, buddy. He's replacing Jay-Z, I agree. He's replacing Jay-Z. Yeah, we raise great kids, Scott. He's adorable. Entertainah, time to put up Sinor for adoption. Ah, Pavid, stop it. I want to kiss this kid on the forehead. What is that? He has to learn the Entertainah. He has to learn the Entertainah song. And we're going to go another 5 minutes. Oh, what is going on? You're on live. Thank you for calling in.
Who in the hell is this?
Who the hell is this? Who the hell is this? It's the Entertainah. Who the hell is this?
It's Kimber Kiss.
Kimber Kiss. Oh, my God. Kimber Kiss. We got a celebrity on the line. Kimber Kiss. Everybody go over there and sub up Kimber Kiss. She's adorable. She's got a great channel over there. She talks about ghosts. What's not to like? What's going on, Kimber Kiss?
Nothing. My daughter won't lay down for bed.
I hear her in the background. She doesn't sound happy.
Yeah.
Oh my
She
God.
doesn't want to lay down.
Oh, that's not good. What do you want to talk about, Kimber?
I don't know. Whatever.
Oh, whatever. I mean,
I just thought I'd call it.
what do you think about the conversation you had with Philly? I saw you guys getting along well. You were talking about the ghosts.
He's freaking awesome.
Oh, he's incredible. Cool. He's great. He always drops knowledge about, like ghosts and space landings and black-eyed children. You know about black-eyed children?
Yeah, that stuff is creepy.
Do you believe in that?
Yeah.
There you go.
They have actual counts of it and stuff.
So you fully believe in this stuff, just like Philly 500?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just curious. I just want to get your thought on it.
Yeah, it's creepy.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm not I'm still not a believer. You guys need to convince me. When I have you on the show in a week, we're gonna talk a lot about the black-eyed children, about the ghosts. Tell me a ghost story real quick. Tell me a ghost story.
I have one on my channel that's really creepy.
And what
that
is
was like one of the scariest ones.
And what is this one about?
I was in Tombstone, Arizona, and I went to the Birdcage Theater, which is it was a brothel back in the day.
Okay.
It was built in the 1800s, and there's over 150 bullet holes in there. And as soon as I walked in, I just started crying, and that's when I found out that I was sensitive, that I picked up on that stuff.
Wait. So you walked into an old brothel?
Yeah.
From how long ago?
It was built in the 1800s.
Okay, so the 1800s brothel, hasn't been a brothel for whatever, 250 years, whatever it is. And you walk in there, and the second you walk through the door, you start crying.
Yeah, and I had no idea why.
And how is this? I'm just trying to play devil's advocate. How is this proof that there's ghost presence there? Because for all I know, you were cutting onions.
Well, I'm a big empath, so I pick up on people's energies all the time. But that's not actual proof. That's just part of it. We've caught cowboy apparitions on our cameras. I have photos of them. And then what happened afterwards was actually the scariest thing. So we got a hotel. I'm with my family, and I was laying in bed, and I started hearing footsteps, and I'm starting to fall asleep. Well, I hear these loud footsteps that sounded like cowboy boots, and then I heard this lady say, "Do not mess with her. Don't mess with her." And then I felt this cowboy presence, and he started rubbing my chest and breathing really heavy. And I had sleep paralysis. I couldn't move. I couldn't scream. I couldn't do anything. And it was the most terrifying thing that's ever happened to me. So finally, when it stopped, I got up and I went in the bathroom, and I literally stayed in there for an hour. I was so scared to go back to my bed. But it made sense because the Birdcage Theater, it was a brothel. It was for prostitution. And they called where the girls stayed were in balconies up above, where the cowboys could view them and pick out who they wanted. and they called them their bird cages. And so there's so many counts of people being sexually touched and like harassed and like pushed in there. And that experience happened to me right after visiting there.
Philly just said he knows what's going on, so he must have done some research on this topic as well. That sounds like a crazy story. I cannot wait to talk more about it in a week when I have my show. It's not really a sports show on Tuesday nights. I introduce new YouTubers. I just think your channel is incredibly interesting. I don't necessarily believe the stuff that you talk about, but I'm curious to see if you can convince me. You sound like a very interesting person, and you're pretty, so that doesn't hurt. So I just want to say thank you so much for calling in. I hope that you could calm down the baby a little bit. The baby sounds a little upset.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Is there a ghost? Is there a ghost in the room? Is that why?
No, I mean, there's ghosts here for sure.
Right.
They like come in and out and drop things all the time around our house. Like, it's terrifying. It happens like day in and day out. So.
Oh my God.
Yeah. It even happened when my husband's parents were here, right in front of them. My daughter has this like teapot. It was sitting on a table, and it just like randomly just flew off the table. And my husband's dad was like, "Whoa, do you have a ghost?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And then his mom was like, "I wonder if it was the old lady that died in this house." And I'm like, "Great, I never knew that."
Kimber,
so, yeah,
Kimber, I'm not gonna lie to you. If this is true, I'm never going to your house. I'm scared of ghosts. I'm not going anywhere near the house.
That's okay. That's okay. I won't make you.
But I just want to say thank you so much for calling in. It's always entertaining when I talk to you. Thank you for being a part of the stream. Everybody go over there, check out our channel. It's very, very, very interesting stuff.
Thank you.
All right, Kimber, have a good one.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, guys. Whoa! Angels in the outfield. Little sports talk with some ghosts. We mixed it up. All right. What's going on? You're on Live with the Entertainah. Thank you for calling in.
You know what? I hate this phone so much. Like, I hate this phone so much, Chris. I hate this phone so much.
Chris.
You know who it is?
Chris. I'm trying to take new callers. Callers. But you can do it. You can do it real quick.
Oh, okay, yeah. I just want to say, shout out to Kimber, and yeah, shout out to Kimber.
There you go. Shout out to Kimber. So, guys, it's 10:32. Go ahead and call, Colby. Of course, Kimber. Thank you for calling in. Sperm Cell says he's going after the black-eyed children. Nothing to apologize about, Chris. Nothing to apologize about. Somebody said they want to call in. First time caller, 316. I'm waiting, Colby. I will wait. 316. 316. I'm waiting. Chris, I'm with you. Ghost or not. Oh, yeah. If I don't believe in him. I always say, this country... 316, I'm going to give you 2 minutes, and then I'm going to take Bavit's call, and then I'm going to call tonight. But I always say, by the way, Yvonne, I would love if you called. Would love to talk to Yvonne. But this country, what I don't get, this is what I don't get. This country is in the top three things that are the top in the world, and one of them is believing in ghosts. So is it just because maybe there's more ghosts in America than in Japan or China or anywhere else? Is that the reason why we believe in ghosts more here? I don't know. Maybe that's the reason. Need my own experience to believe it. You can't be calling the right number because I'm not getting your call, Colby. 914-481-3540. Phone ain't ringing. Philly 500, good call there. Good call. Yeah, Vaughn, I'm waiting. Call in. I'm only going to be on for another 10 minutes tops. All right, Bavith. It doesn't look like that. Colby's going to be able to... Colby. I'm telling you right now, I'm not getting a call right now. Nobody's calling right now. Yeah, Mike, I'll give you a mod. You ask me good questions. You keep it real. Yeah, you tune into all my streams, it seems. So I always like to give people mods that. Yeah, you got a mod. You got a mod. Bavit, you can call in. Yes, yes. Let me give her a mod as well. Always like to give YouTubers mods. And there he is, Bavith. What's going on?
Hey, man. Alright, so I know it's pretty late, so the kids are not gonna be on right now, but like, what the fuck? I just started myself not once but twice. Yo.
So I guess you enjoyed that conversation.
No, I turned my volume off. What the fuck? Yo, it's mad dark out here, and I'm wearing headphones. I'm listening to this. I thought Kimber was like a nice housewife or something like that.
Well, she is a nice housewife.
Yeah, I saw. And she thought I went inside some ghost house. There's a ghost in my house. What the fuck? Who keeps ghosts in the house and live there?
Well, she might have. She said throughout her life she's had experience with ghosts.
Yeah, because I'm gonna be real with you. That ain't the vibe. That ain't the vibe right now. You can find better. You can find better.
She believes in ghosts. I mean, she's passionate about what she loves. She believes in the ghosts. I don't believe in ghosts, but maybe one day she'll convince me. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, man.
It's a fun.
I don't know how I'm gonna fall asleep.
It's a fun.
I don't know how I'm gonna fall asleep tonight.
I'm not gonna fall asleep because she's pretty. I mean, I'm thinking about her visually. I'm not thinking about the ghosts.
Yeah, you thinking about it getting on your chest, rubbing your chest, and shit like that. You a weirdo, bro. But
oh God, always like having fun talking to Bavith. Anything else you got, my man?
Hey man, I gotta go wipe. I just started myself up. I'm gonna see you later.
All right, Bavith. Thank you for the call. Yes, good job. Good job. Did I block all 85? Oh, you're an 856 number, Colby. That would explain it. If you can't get through, that means you've been pranking me. So you've been blocked. That's why you haven't been able to get through. Ding, ding, ding. There it is. Chris, Asia, you did phenomenal. You did great. You were great. Phenomenal. But it is 10:37. I am going to go to bed. I'm going to say thank you to everybody that tuned in. You made this fun for me. We had a fun night tonight. We talked about mainly sports. We had some fun calls, which is always fun. We got a new beef between the OJ and Bobby. We talked ghosts. We had a few females call in. Dwayne Basco, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Looking forward to talking to you. Well, how can you confirm that your experience is... Oh, you're talking to her. Have a good night, Rogue Dog. Have a good night, diehard Giants fan. I appreciate that. Colby, my friends have been pranking you, not me. I'm the one that stopped them. Colby, if I blocked you, I mean, wait a second. Were you? Hold on. I'll look. I mean, I'm closing the show out tonight, but I don't know. I will look back. Maybe you could message me on the Twitter, on the whatever, on the Skype. I don't know which number's yours, and I know you don't want to release it. Asia, you were a mod. Why aren't you a mod now? How did that fall off? I made her a mod. There you go. There's your mod. Yeah. Have a good night, man. Yeah, of course, man. Of course. Have a good night, Dire Giants fan. MH, I appreciate that. Oh, Chuck Charge, do what you got to do. We're all human beings. UCF Jaguar, holy hell, are you still live from... I'm about to close it out. I'm literally saying my goodbyes. Now you got a mod, Asia. You got it. Legend. Can you have a mod. Legend, you got that wrench next to your name. You have a mod. JR Smooth the script. If Philip Owen, are you scared of the truth? He can't handle the truth. Cat on Cooch's, I am ready to embrace it. Sorry, Chris, keep it up. No, what are you apologizing about, Chris? What are you apologizing about? UCF Jaguar, Dalton, thank you for being a part of the stream. You made a great call tonight, by the way. Always love when he calls in. And Yvonne, I need Yvonne to call in next time. Yvonne's one of my favorite subs. I felt so bad that I did not shout him out on the thank you video. He's been here since near day one. I need Yvonne to call in next show. Hey, Entertainah, love your vids. How are you? It's Cola, man. Thank you so much, man. I'm closing out right now, but I really appreciate the kind words. If you're a Mets fan, check out my latest vid. I put in a lot of work to that, so you probably enjoy it. And thank you so much, Scott Thomas, for that. Asia, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Good night, Enzo. Cat on Goose's couch. Kimber Kiss, it's all good. We have a lot. Yeah, it's all jokes here. Crazy dog. Have a good night, my man. Yvonne, I'm looking forward to talking to you, buddy. Really am. I really am. Bobby, have a good night, man. Bobby, have a good night. MH, call me by my name. That's fine. Sexy Beast, I appreciate that. Chuck Sharts, start a Google Hangouts. Chris, is there a chat? Because we need Philly in there. Explain to him. I don't know how to do it, but if you want to invite him, by all means. I would love Philly for... Yeah, we have a group chat, Philly. You're more than welcome to join. I don't know how to do the invitations, but if you want to invite Philly and Philly wants to join, I'm all for it. We have a group chat after hours. I'm having Spotlight Sports Talk on tomorrow night. Spotlight Sports Talk is gonna be on the channel tomorrow night. I do every Tuesday. I introduce a new YouTuber. He's gonna be the guy tomorrow. Legend, I'm saying goodbye to everybody. I'm being nice. I'm letting everybody clear out. I'm saying my goodbyes, and then I'm gonna call it a night. Philly, it's all day. There's a setting on the chat that you can mute it if you don't want to keep getting notifications, but they talk all day on there. It's just like a chat room almost. Good night, James. Have a good night, buddy. Thank you for tuning in, buddy. I'll see you on the other side, Enzo. You want to debate with Philly's a man. Philly's a man. Cushman's into Kimber. All right, guys. Just wanted to say my goodbyes. Tony Shits, okay. Thank you guys for being a part of the stream. Thank you guys for being great subscribers. Good night, Legend. Yvonne, but you're doubting and don't even know the story. So how? Oh, they're talking about all right, Bavith, talking about conspiracies. This show, best of worst. Scott Thomas, great calling earlier. I love you too, Chris. All right, guys, have a good night, guys. Thank you guys for being a part of the stream.